Nerdrotic.com.
Super chat square up time. What's up? Yep, somewhere in my orb shirt. I want an orb action figure. If anybody out there makes customs, could you contact me at Gary@Nerdrotic.com? I would happily pay you for your time. I would love to have an orb action figure on a motorcycle chasing my Ghost Rider. I could help with find materials, whatever we need. But that would be fucking cool. But let's get back to the Super Chat Square Up, shall we? So, yeah, I didn't do a lot of live streaming this week because my schedule was effed. It's still effed, but the Nooners will return next week and at least on Wednesday. And it looks like, because the real BBC was like 5 hours long. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the last show and then work our way back. So I'll let you know what show we're on before we start. What else? I haven't watched Loki yet. I'm going to watch Loki in between doing this. I still don't know if I'm going to do a episode 2 review. I generally don't. When we get into the meat of the season, it's been a long time, but I usually do a live review on Nerdrotic Live, which is probably what I'm going to do on Saturday. And when I get back from the comic shop, because Saturdays I take Nerdrotic Jr. to the comic shop. And we get a couple of books based on his chores for the week. So I think that'll be the schedule. I just released a Star Trek video that I hope you watch. It's kind of a reaction to the Star Trek Picard trailer, but basically just being, triggered from my Picard PTSD. Yes, I'm still working on the review, and I said way too much on Twitter. I've been trying to avoid that. But, I'm halfway done. My hair changes lengths. My beard changes lengths. I change shirts. I don't care. I've been making it over a long period of time. I do believe there's a clip from my old studio in there. But the process is I didn't want to do, I felt like I've been back to the drawing board 6 or 7 times on it, but I felt like I needed to watch Next Gen all the way through, and I damn near thought about watching Voyager. I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch Voyager again, but I'll watch Next Gen all the way through. So I'm up to snuff because honestly, I haven't watched Next Gen all the way through since 2014. So I've been doing that, and it's been very enjoyable. And I've been watching a lot of Babylon 5 as well. And I will do I think Az and I will probably just do a stream. We'll just use one of our real BBCs and do a stream on that as well. So that's all the work update stuff. Within this square up answering the questions from the drama stream that are left over. So just keep in mind that it's been squashed since then, but this is when it was still happening. Emotions were still high. So I'm going to answer them like I always answer them, honestly. So, and this is where I prefer to do it, and not on Twitter. I'll give you a little breakdown before then of what my philosophy is on drama and why I don't partake in it, get involved in it in any way, shape, or form on Twitter ever. It's a hard, fast rule of mine that I have stuck with. And yes, sometimes you got to practice restraint. It's part of being an adult. It's, sometimes I'll want to go on there and just throw some flames, but it doesn't help. It really doesn't help. All right, so let's get to it. This will be from the real BBC this last week. Bill Bonius, bag of donuts for $1, says, and Gary Frodo's song of mourning for Gandalf and Fellowship had me tearing up again. Ingalls is great. Love you so much. Yeah. Ian Holm did part of it in the BBC radio drama, and Ian Holm's performance in that is unbelievable, dude. The guy sold it like he was in an Academy Award winning film. That's why I love that radio drama. It's of its time, but it's a beautiful thing. It's my favorite all-time radio drama. But what the hell? When evening in the Shire was gray, his footsteps on the hill were heard. Before the dawn he went away on journey long without a word. From Wilderland to western shore, from northern waste to southern hill, through dragon lair and hidden door, and darkling woods he walked at will. With dwarf and hobbit, elves and men, with mortal and immortal folk, with bird on bough and beast in den, in their own secret tongues he spoke. A deadly sword, a healing hand, a back that bent beneath its load, a trumpet voice, a burning brand, a weary pilgrim on the road. The Lord of Wisdom, throned he sat, swift in anger, quick to laugh, an old man in a battered hat, who'd lean upon a thorny staff. He stood upon the bridge alone, and in fire and shadow both defied. His staff was broken on the stone. In Khazad-dûm his wisdom died. The finest rockets ever seen, they burst in stars of blue and green, and after thunder golden showers came falling like a rain of flowers. Little Andean for $20. Thank you. Thanks for an awesome stream. Somehow listening to you guys makes me feel a little more sane. Wow. Thank you very much. You guys help us keep our sanity as well. Thank you for the $20, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Real BBC is kind of, I know we get into the culture war stuff, but it's mostly my chill stream, right? It's the stream where I can just talk about, not that there's any structure to any of my streams, but it has a lot less structure. And that's why they go for 5 hours. Thank you. Bill Bonius, bag of donuts for $5. Hail, Az and Gary. I've been re-listening to Lord of the Rings trilogy on Audible to cleanse my brain of potential trans hobbits in the Second Age. Almost done with Fellowship, and it's been great. Robert Ingalls deserves some kind of prize for doing the audio. Yeah, I don't know if that's how I don't know if it's Ingalls or Inglis. To be honest with you, I've never known how to pronounce his last name. I do like his reading a lot. I would love to hear somebody take a crack at it. I don't know who that would be. There are a lot of Audible readers, but not a lot of great ones. And I want you to hear me out on this one, because I think Jim Dale would be fracking awesome. That guy, he did 150 something voices for Harry Potter, and I think he could do Lord of the Rings. Yeah, there's not many. There's some really good Audible readers out there, but not great. Not a lot of great ones. You know, I wonder. Well, not that The Winds of Winter is ever going to come out, but I wonder who's going to read the next book, because like replacing Roy Dotrice, I know not everybody loved him. I freaking loved him. I thought he was fucking awesome. I wonder who's going to replace him. But yeah, Robert Inglis or Ingalls, I'm not sure again how you pronounce his last name, is brilliant. I listened to it quite a bit. And yeah, especially Fellowship, man. Primer for $1. A professional bicyclist who's an anthropomorphic platypus, and they can't ride their bike anymore because they have colon cancer. Well, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a multi-million-dollar idea in Bizarro World. Hail, Az and Gary. Yes, we were talking about I think it was potential new doctors, you know. Hardwick Benthau for $1. They're trying to make Harley Quinn a feminist icon. They are trying. And she is a bit of a feminist icon now, which doesn't work. Well, no, it doesn't, because she's an abused girlfriend of the Joker, and that's when her character's at her best. We can write abused women. Yes, because it's make-believe. We're making shit up. And it's not perpetuating anything. Life perpetuates whatever life is going to do. And if you start over editing art, people will just go elsewhere and make their fucking own, which is what everybody's going to start doing now. And entertainment is going to fall apart. It's already started, folks. The end has begun. The end of monster big Hollywood has begun. It's peaked. And it's now on the downswing. Even if she breaks up with the Joker, she's still his creation unless she discards the Harley Quinn persona. Exactly right. Also, she's only likable when she's pitiable. Otherwise, she's just a jerk. Yep. She is an abused, broken person and a villain. Irredeemable. If you start making her redeemable, then she stops being the Harlequin. She's not real. She's supposed to be a villain. As a matter of fact, that's the big topic that's probably going to be tomorrow, because Anthony Mackie wasn't down with somebody's weird shipping who wanted Bucky and Falcon to be gay. And Anthony Mackie spoke the truth, and he didn't dishonor or say anything bad about the alphabet community. He spoke the truth. The need to make everybody gay, the need to project yourself on a character. If you are old enough to grow facial hair, if you're old enough to grow pubic hair, you are too old to be projecting yourself onto a character exactly, basically pretending to be that character. You can enjoy it. You can enjoy the art of storytelling. You can identify on the human level. But if you're an adult and you're pretending to be a superhero, you need to go to therapy. You need to, and you also need to be grateful that you live in a country where you can pretend to be a superhero as an adult. Get some perspective, people. I love kid shit. Look at my room. I don't project myself on any of this shit. I'm not pretending I'm the Doctor. I'm not pretending I'm Indiana Jones. I'm not pretending I'm Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm watching a story and enjoying it for what it is. For what it is. Getting lost in somebody else's creation. But it sounds like people are getting too lost, right? And that you need to dial back. It's not healthy. It's genuinely not healthy. And it's going to lead to a lot of problems in your life. So if there's somebody out there doing it and genuinely on a human level, I'm asking you to get help. Get help. Because it's dangerous. It's dangerous because you can get trapped in that and never get out. There's tons of free therapy out there, right? I found it all the time. So there are not psychiatrists, but counselors, right? And they need to get their hours, right? So they do a lot of very cheap sessions, like $20. And it's absolutely worth it. You're spending $20 to improve as a human being, which we all need to do. That's our personal responsibility. And there's this weird entitlement that because I'm born, I'm entitled to my respect. I'm entitled to a job. No, you're not. You're entitled to die. That's it. Sorry, but yeah, I'm going off on the shipping thing. Listen, I try not to. Fans are fans. Fans are going to want to do what they're going to do. Some people genuinely enjoy the ship. That's fine. But when you're out there trying to change the actual canon, when you're out there trying to project something that isn't there, it's not healthy, and it's not a good look as an adult. I saw some guy going at Anthony Mackie on Twitter on one of Ryan's videos. Dude had a big old beard. And he's all, I am projecting my homosexual self on Falcon because they're misrepresented. No, you're insecure. You're not down with being gay. You need to get right with yourself. That's all that is. That's all that. It's insecurity. And listen, there's probably a lot of baggage behind that, and some of it might be legit. But again, Even if you feel victimized in your life, it's up to you to fix it. It sucks. But that's it. Oh, we're starting this one off, aren't we? I'm not even done with this super chat. Or I got done with that one. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. It's supposed to say, it says, fuck YouTube. Fuck YouTube, basically, for $5. Just for as. Paul Walker was Arkancided while working through his charity, he found out the Clinton Foundation was trafficking children through Haiti. Why is that only for Az? Why can't you ask me that question? Why can't you ask me that question? I'm going to believe that question more than Az is going to believe that question. I'm full on into conspiracies. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe it's been a while since I've done an exosome. I'm full on into conspiracies. Yeah, you know, it's weird. Yeah, it's strange. I can't help if people make assumptions because I don't talk about everything on my channel. So I'm not blaming or judging or anything like that. But I will have to look into that. I personally think Paul Walker got into a car with a drunk driver and died. And that sucks. And it's a shitty way to go. Useless, dumb way to go. Especially when he was just the passenger. As far as the foundation, oh yeah, I believe a lot of that stuff. I do. I do believe somebody was just Arkancided recently. So, not that we can go into it too heavily here on YouTube, but that's why eventually when I move, I'm going to be doing stuff that's going to be off YouTube. That's probably going to be just on my website. But that's way down the road. Kali Gulov. I'm probably mispronouncing the hell out of that. And I'm sorry. For $10. You guys are doing too much sense making, LOL. Kali Gulov, you both. Tell Az to set up a super chat alternative, by the way. I have been. He's ignoring me. No, I've told him multiple times to set up a StreamYards, and he will when he will. I'm not going to bug him. Not going to bug my bud. Gabe for $3. Hi. Oh, it says don't read this out loud. So I'm going to have to cover this up. Gabe, thank you for the $3. I will not read your super chat out loud. I got your message, and we will respond to you. I thank you very much, Gabe. Let's go. Gray Ghost for $5. Hail! I'm so tired of the divisive fan blaming. It's now in the Resident Evil fandom. Hollywood decided to change the ethnicities of the characters Jill, Leon, and Wesker. Cue the a-holes out in force on Twitter, foaming at the mouth to call fans racists. That's exactly why they do it. This will create controversy. People will talk about it on Twitter. It'll get people fighting. Yes, Hollywood is deliberately divisive. And if you watch my Picard video today, we had a creator, Michael Chabon, before Picard Season 1 came out, admitting to it in Variety. I think the term is fuck them. Jester of Roanoke for $2. Idiots at Marvel think they are leaving money on the table by not representing. This is provably false. The people who push for this nonsense don't see the films, don't buy the figures, and push our longtime fans who will no longer be spending money away. Yep. And it's already happening. The comic book industry is about done. It's about done. And Eric Larson put up a tweet today saying that they're thinking about just going to reprints and calling it. And I'm telling you, they were talking about this when I had a shop, and it used to keep me up at night. It did. And And that's why when I first heard that rumor, I was planning at my shop before I had a very unplanned relapse to move away from new releases. Now, they were still a huge part of my business. At one time, they were 80% of my business. I got it down to where they were 60% of my business. And, when I open up the new shop, it's going to be all just vintage comics, vintage toys, vintage vinyl. That's it. And maybe a haircut. We'll get a barber in there like twice a week. Captain Spire for $5. Almost 10 years ago, there was a website where freelance comic artists would draw daily strips mocking the slow idiocy of the comic book industry and gave hilarious accolades to Kirkman. Never understood comics, but loved it. You guys remember what the site was? I don't remember the name, but I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name, and I will look it up. But yes, I remember that site because all the retailers actually read that. Overlord Chaos for $1. My theory is that Disney wants to destroy the MCU to fully reboot it. And the MCFU, Marvel Cinematic Female Universe, is on fast track to do so. They can recast everyone by cheap, run-of-the-mill actors. They're already doing that. When they ask too much money, they recast them. Yep, this is Bob Chapek's way. We are now in the Bob Chapek era. And Clownfish TV wasn't kidding. So they reported on this first. And I get most of my Disney park news from Drunk or them, right? And they used to work at Disney. So I think they're very credible in that. And they said Bob Chapek, who ran the parks, was always cheap, cutting back on stuff, fucking people over on wages. Yeah, so we're going to get like the late 80s Disney again. And it's just going to be garbage. You even had John Campea turning on Disney because they did something pretty fucked up. They're charging you a lot of money, and there are rides that you can't get on now. You just flat out can't get on. I mean, I wouldn't care. But I'm never going to Disneyland again as long as I live, even for fucking free. Because even if I went there for free, I'd have to buy a drink or something in there, and I don't want to give them any money. I'll go to Universal. As a matter of fact, I'm planning a trip. I watched on Twitter right now a full baseball stadium. It was a beautiful thing. Damn near brought a tear to my eye. The Padres are playing tonight. I think they lost 12 out of 16. Yeah, I'm getting pulled back into the baseball thing. Padres pretty fucking good for the most part. Exciting team to watch. Yeah, so the stadium was full. It was beautiful. And I'm like, hey, Melissa, Mrs. Nerdrotic, let's go to Universal Studios and check out Hogwarts. Hardwick Penthau for $1. How likely do you think it is that Amelia Clark's statement about her childhood comic book store giving her no girls allowed vibe, Comic-Con being a sausage fest, etc., was really written by her publicist? It has that sort of feel to it. Now, I suspected that. Or she was just saying anecdotal stuff that she's heard from her friends who went from a comic shop, and she's just repeating it. Emily Clark is very young. So when she was going to comic shops, there was plenty of women going to comic. As a matter of fact, I will argue when she was young, so she's 32, so we're going to say 15 years ago. So I had a shop 15 years ago. There was more stuff for women to actually read that they were enjoying than there is now. Because women, for the most part, don't like comics specifically written for them, just like kids don't like comics for the most part specifically written for them. They want the real shit. Hardwick Benthau for $2. Have you read any of the Indiana Jones novels? If so, are they any of them very good? Are any on the same level as the better Star Wars EU novels? I haven't read many Star Wars EU novels outside of Heir to the Empire. I read one. I liked it, but I can't remember it because I read it 20 years ago. I'd have to look at the cover. I read the novelizations for the movies over and 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 over again. But check them out. You know what, Hardwick? It would be, you can find an Indiana Jones novel at a used bookstore for the price of that super chat for $2. It's man, when it comes to paperbacks, it's low risk. I've been hitting the used bookstores and buying up all the Elric and Conan and Star Trek novels, old Star Trek novels I can fucking buy. And I'll walk out of there with a bag like this for like $20. It's great. John Connors, first donation. I'll be gentle. For $10. Some days, just listening to you and Az is like coming home to a warm embrace. Oh, nice. After trekking through a horrible blizzard from a hard day at work, I'll always be grateful for what you do and the warmth it's provided me. Thank you. Why, thank you. That is incredibly nice. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad our babbling is entertaining. And I am grateful for you guys. I will never be able to thank you guys. So was it Isaac Asimov who said this? I can't remember. The guy who came up with the pay it forward saying that, but he said something like this: I'll never be able to thank the people who helped me with this success. Which is, as it stands now, it could go away tomorrow. But with this success, and it's like I won the lottery. You know, it's hard to put in the words. So the only way I can give back is by paying it forward, right? So helping people out when I can. Now I do that a lot in recovery, in my other life. I try to help as many alcoholics and addicts as I can, but with this, helping channels out, giving people, answering questions, always happy to do it. And that's the only way I can, and that's me thanking you guys, because I'll never be able to repay this. And I appreciate it. Mikey of Long Island Road for $15. Hey guys, so I'm impressed you can keep watching this Disney Plus stuff. I just gave up after Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Is there anything worth looking at on the horizon? Well, I thought Loki would be it. I did. I thought Loki would be, I thought it would have the stuff in it that we would expect, but Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson would rise above this. And you just can't escape bad writing, no matter how good your actor is. I mean, it's like Peter Capaldi on The 12th Doctor. His performance is spectacular. I can't watch season 10. I can't watch it. But is there anything good on the horizon? Well, Black Widow's about to come out, and it sounds... No, that doesn't sound good. The Suicide Squad. If it's not overly woke and you really turn off in your head that James Gunn is a fucking asshole and possibly, I think he's a fucking, I gotta be careful what I say. The Suicide Squad. We'll just leave it at that. Hail Gary Naz, thank you for all you do. You're welcome. Keep fighting the right think. We cannot live in 1984. And he's talking about right think, like the right think you have to adhere to. And I still hope that some of what we love will return. Looking forward to Vegas. Max Redstone for $5. Can't wait to freaking see you there. I am looking forward to Vegas too. It's going to be so much fun. I am a little bummed Az cannot go. I'm not putting any pressure on him. When Az can travel, we'll get him out here. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Hey, Gary, here's some moolah for lunch for you and Az. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you, Timothy Sullivan, for $10, and I will use it towards lunch when I can have lunch next week. I am currently on day 2 of a cleanse, and I have not had anything to eat at all. And I won't have, I think tomorrow I can have like a rice cake. I think tomorrow I can have a rice cake. But thank you. Furious Zap for $12.11. A StreamYard's donation from last month was returned to me. It said Gary Beekler's payment received preference are set to manually accept and deny this payment type. Here we go again. Wow, I got to keep an eye on that. I got to fix that like right now. Okay, it's because I don't have my PayPal set up as a business PayPal yet. I guess I got to do that. Raw Lock for 5 Danish krona. Thank you for the donation. And we're in the super chat section now of the Real BBC from last Tuesday. Master, thank you again, Raw Lock, for the 5 Danish krona. I appreciate that. $5 from Master Clockwork. That's basically my Friday nights now. Tights and frolics. Excellent. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff to watch on YouTube. You have lots of good choices. Apple means Minion for $5. They need to make Golden Guys starring Harrison Ford, William Shatner, and Patrick Stewart. And Gandalf. That would be fucking awesome. The Golden Guys. That would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of funny. They did Grumpy Old Men. Sith Cake for $5. I watch YouTube because of genuine people like you two and many others. Realized long time ago that Hollywood and the mainstream media are garbage. Shit, crap, I've inserted that. And will not get my money. Good. Not until they fucking change. And that change is simply, can you go back in the middle again? Can you look at both sides of the story? Can you actually think critically? Could you stop being propaganda? All the bullshit with the Tolkien Society. Calling us bigots. Dude, we're just saying, be as close to Tolkien as you can possibly be. That's all we're saying. I'm not saying add anything. Not saying leave anything out. We know that some stuff would be left out, and that's what they have a problem with. That's what they're trying to rationalize. Well, good luck with that, Amazon and Tolkien Society. Tolkien Society, thankfully, doesn't control Tolkien. And I think we should create a new one. That's all academics. Or, you know what? We'd just be fans. And, I mean, like I don't fucking listen to the Tolkien Society. I don't care about that shit. Tom Shippey, I'll listen to him, but if the Tolkien Society and Tom Shippey are going to start manipulating his work, listen, I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure Tolkien wouldn't have been down with intersectional feminism, CRT. Apparently, if you say CRT too much, they don't like that in a video. Super Nate for $5. We have our first look at Jane Foster's Thor on Love and Thunder t-shirt. I'll have to take a look at it. She's probably got like fake muscles, right? Because I don't think she doesn't have the frame to build up that much muscle that quickly. She would have to eat a lot of food. The Dude Abides for $5. I heard you talk about Supernatural the other day. I was very disappointed with the finale. What did you think about it? I didn't watch it. I stopped watching Supernatural after season 5. I'll probably go back. I mean, like, after 15 years, I don't know how you could pull off a good finale at that point. Best finale, in my opinion, besides Newhart, was Angel. Nick Nero for $4.99. New Jersey school took holiday names off of calendar. Pull your kids out of school. Pull your kids out of school. We have become much too much reliant on the state, and we need to disassociate ourselves as quickly as possible, because that's how they hook us. It's going to be a lot harder to hook us if we aren't hooked on them. Matthew K for $4.99. Did you guys hate the Hobbit film as much as me. Hobbit is my favorite book of all time. But the film felt very Disney, and excessive CGI was just terrible. It was excessive. It was too long. I enjoy them for what they are, but I can't call them good. I would never call them good, Matthew. I own them because it's got Gandalf in it. What they did to Legolas was fucking lame. Behavior is how you are ultimately judged in the end. Clever comments have a limited shelf life. Says Kate C for $10. I did read that super chat. I did read that one. Kate, you're right. Clever, snarky comments on Twitter could get you canceled later. But going out and having, I'm talking specifically about going out and having a tantrum on Twitter. Having a tantrum on Twitter and going on and 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 on. There's a point where it doesn't matter who you're talking about anymore. And people start going, that looks crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. That's the talk of a crazy person or somebody who's not well right now or somebody's off their meds. Yeah, it's oversharing. It's not healthy. It's just not healthy to spend that much time and have a tantrum publicly. Because ultimately, like if you have a YouTube channel, that'll kill it forever. It just, now listen, there's big YouTubers that have had tantrums before and other people. We're not talking about anybody specific here. There's a tantrum. James Mangold. That's who I'm specifically talking about right now. James Mangold doesn't have to worry too much about it. He's James fucking Mangold. He's got money in the bank. He's got classic movies that have already been made. So he's fine. If I do that, if I go out and do what James Mangold did, nobody's going to respect my channel ever again. Sure. I mean, every channel has its hardcore people, but you know, I'm trying to get my message to as many people as possible. I respect and love the hardcore people. We're trying to get our message out to as many people as possible in the most digestible way possible. Right? So doing it with, trying to do it with, I'm not going to say class because I'm not a classy person, but trying to do it with a little maturity. That's all. A little maturity, not a lot. I'm talking about like 10% because you got to grade it on a curve, right? Some people want the extreme shit. Some people hate the extreme shit. And most people are right in the middle. Dictators ride to and fro upon tigers from which they dare not dismount. Churchill. Ah, that's a good one. Dancey for £5. I like that. I like that. That is good. Media, big tech, Hollywood, Democrats, they had one goal: remove Trump. Whatever the cost. The cost was 500,000 American lives. Well done. Fake name for $5. The system came out, whether you're for or against Trump, they came out and admitted that they fortified the election. Now, what does that mean? I know what it means. I can't say much here. I guess the disappointing thing is I'm not a partisan person. It depends on the issue with me. I side with freedom. And to be consistent with that, that means some uncomfortable things and that means some other things. But I side with freedom. I'm not a huge fan of the police. I'm not a giant fan of the police, but we need them. They work for us. They help keep the streets safe and clean. They step out of line. Yes, you need to slap them down. I don't think they should be deified or vilified. I think they are what they are. I think they can be a very dangerous thing. A very, very dangerous thing. But I think most of them are just guys doing a job and gals doing a job, right? And I respect that. And I find that it's like the best way not to get shot is don't hang out with people who do crazy shit. You know, surround yourself with good people. And, you know, whether I like or dislike all the laws on the books, they're on the books. And I abide by them. Olaf Van Ness for £2. What you reap is what you sow, Hollywood. Yep. America's Finest for $2. Rough summer. Success is on me, but politics shit. Yeah, politics is shit right now. It's absolute garbage. Our mainstream media has merged with Washington officially. And our institutions are not telling us the truth on a consistent basis. Superman, if he wasn't scared of green rocks for $5, just wanted to say you guys are awesome. Every time I need a laugh, I come to you guys. I can't wait for Friday. AMC, GME, to the moon. We got Eric July this Friday. Eric July. Dr. Dave for £1.99. Woke is nothing but hate. Yep. My definition of it, it's out to destroy. It's out to undermine. Woke is CRT, intersectional feminism, identity politics, communism. Mr. Roboto for $2. If Picard in the future were, where are the space drugs? If Picard is in the future, where are the space drugs? Mr. Roboto, I think they can replicate them. We were talking about that. Could you replicate me some crack cocaine? Kindergarten was lit with Raffy's music, says Modalicious for $2. Boo. We were talking about start the Picard. I think we were talking about Picard trailer. I can't remember. No, it came out the day afterwards. I don't know why. We were talking about Picard. Probably my review. Data spoke for all Trek fans when he asked to die. Jester of Roanoke for $2. He did. He did. Oh, man. It just reminds me. I forgot to put a clip in my video today. I'll save it for the Picard review. I'm glad I did the video today because it gave me a ton of ideas for the Picard review, and I almost held it back going, man, some of this shit I want to use for the Picard review, but I've got so much shit in there already. I've got so many good clips, and I love my, I've got a new one in rotation, you know, because I always use like the Cape Fear laugh or the Thing. You got to be fucking kidding me. I got a new one, which is Will Wheaton saying, I agree with you 100%. Love it. I came to smash the like button. Oh, the Krigler Show for $10. That's Adam Krigler, our guest from last Friday. He used to be on Tim Pool. He's on his own. He's got a live stream and a podcast. Go check him out. The Krigler Show. Thanks, Adam. Good dude. Don't mention the war. I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it, says Dancey for £5. Yeah, the one that's coming. Yeah, they probably don't want us mentioning it. And let me tell you why. Life is all about cycles. And I'm not an economist. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy who's lived life and seen things repeat. So back in the late 80s, some of the older guys will remember this. Japan was economically very strong and buying absolutely everything on the West Coast. They bought La Costa Resort and Spa near my parents' house. They bought everything. Then their economy tanked. Now Japan is our friend. Japan is a great country. Japan is more free than America now. China relies on us. And if our money goes tits up, it's going to be a problem for them. So that's going to, yeah, it's, I was just talking to my son about it today. I'm like, man, I never thought you'd live through a pandemic, but it looks like we might be getting on the other side. I didn't want to get his hopes up, but we might be getting on the other side of it. My son missed 2 school years. My wife lost her business, lost her dad. And I saw Gavin Newsom on some fucking talk show smiling and laughing, going, look, we're letting everybody out now because California officially opened up its fucking economy 2 days ago. And I fucking lost my fucking shit. I was throwing things in here. I haven't been that mad in a long fucking time. And I can't even talk about how I feel about fucking Gavin Newsom. But yeah, I think shit's going to get a little worse before it gets better. I think it's going to get better, though, because I think a lot of people are waking up pretty quickly and feeling pretty stupid. Everything that was called a conspiracy before is coming true. Not everything, but some stuff. The Rough Girl, $4.99. Gary, been with you since the tick. Hi, Rough Girl. Yes, you have. Been busy skydiving. Oh, damn. Well, because Rough Girl, you're fucking real. Oh, my God. Rough Girl has been with me since the beginning, folks. Rough Girl has been with me since I had, she was probably my 3rd sub. I guess I can't be a Playboy bunny for Halloween. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Hail, Rough Girl. That is awesome. So happy to see you still here. She's been with me for years. Scratch Pad for 2 Canadian pesos. Why did you buy movies from YouTube? Why did I buy? Because I needed to watch it for a review. Oh, he's talking to Az. But I buy them from YouTube because I'm on YouTube. I'm supporting my platform. Scratch Pad for $5. 1 like. Can I get 2? 2 likes? Go once, twice. Sold to the shill who will like anything with the whammon in it. Exactly. Fake name for $5. Christopher Sign, Clinton whistleblower, shot himself in the back of the head because he couldn't deal with his guilt after 3 years. Is it really in the back of his head? Fake name for $5. I don't believe the guy did it. Gary Thomas for $5. To be honest, if it weren't for Az and Jay Longbow's reviews, I would have thought Batwoman was canceled long ago. It's that irrelevant to me. Yeah, Gary. I wasn't going to sit through that every fucking week on Sunday. I just wasn't. The SSB candidates for 50 Mexican dollars. Nerdrotic, some time ago you said the gaming industry is okay, but this E3 shows it is infested with crazy SJWs as well. Gaming is dead. Yeah, you guys would know more than me, right? I thought it was affecting certain big things, but not the industry overall. But if it's infested the industry overall, that's a problem. That is a problem. Peppermint oil capsule for £2, but at least Cushing didn't later turn into Jody. That is true. This is true. Cushing is preserved. Peter Cushing, because he played a version of the Doctor in the Dalek movies. He was a human doctor, more of a scientist that I remember. Chris Webb for $5. Az is British. My mistake. Sorry about that. LOL. Yeah, he's a British American, to be honest with you. Jay's Prime for $20. Hail, Gary and Az. Did you guys hear about the Perfect Strangers reboot? Yes, they are race and gender swapping the main characters. No more Balky and cousin Ladi. Then it's not Perfect Strangers. They're just using the name and the creative bankruptcy. You can hear that scraping. It's the bottom of the barrel. Meta Random for $20. They are coming for white women next. They already were, and they're going to come for black men as well. They're already doing it. Nicholas Horton for £10. One of the biggest mistakes of the 50th anniversary special is they never brought back any classic companion or cameos, and most of the actors and actresses are still around. Yeah, I think they should have made it bigger. I think they were limited by money, Nicholas. But we got Tom Baker, dude. The curator scene wasn't a dry eye in the fucking house. I watched that with 50 people in the store, and there was a shout, like this loud shout, and then dead silence. Everybody was listening to that scene, choking up. The 50th anniversary I think it was great. I think it was the best they could do. It was disappointing that Christopher Eccleston wasn't in it, but it was still great. But the 60th is going to suck because it's going to have Jodie in it. Josh, THX1138 for $2. Remember the first doc said he'd come back for Susan. Yes, he did. And as is right, a Susan show would work just as good, if not better, than a Romana show. Human Kirk for £5. Am I the only one finding Earth's direction in Babylon 5 Season 2 eerily similar to what we are going through now? Earth's direction? Yeah, it is. In a way. A lot of people would say it's the other side that we're see one of the false narratives about, I can't speak for everyone, but most normal people is nobody is against anybody. Nobody's against black people or gays or any race. Nobody's against that. But we see the world for what it is. And we need to progress towards people helping themselves. That utopia that people dream for one day will only be achieved when we are all not just successful, not monetarily successful, when we are successful as humans, when we are comfortable in our skin, when we get to the point like they are in Star Trek, when Uhura didn't trip out when Abe Lincoln said what he said, right? She just goes, that's so long ago, it's meaningless. That's where we need to get. And that's not going to happen until we have real conversations. Does racism still exist? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. We need to confront the racism everywhere. And once we do that, then we can have real conversations. But that's not happening right now. That's not because we need both sides to talk to each other. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. But we need to work for it. We need to fight for it. And, I try to do it my little way. In my little way. Chris Webb for $5. Doctor Who went south a long time ago when they attempted to remove the campy soap opera nature of the early shows. There's some fans who are just classic fans, and I get it. I really love the new Who. I absolutely love it. I think Russell T. Davies' era is as good as Buffy and Angel. It's some of the greatest television ever made. I think in recent years, they've just gotten too woke, and the agenda gets in the way of fluid, organic, natural storytelling. Everybody knows, the Doctor's against war. He's against genocide. He's probably very pro-nature. He's very pro-humanist. So I would, but people confuse that with woke. No, nobody's for war. Nobody's for hate. But what people confuse with woke is we're just willing to criticize shit that other people are afraid to criticize. And they're afraid to look bad. So they're going to say whatever they need to say to go along with the pack and be part of the crowd. Because there's followers and there's leaders in this world, and there's loners. The Nerdporial Lifeform for $5. Nintendo announced a new Metroid Dread game. Metroid is inspired by Alien. What do you guys think of the Alien series? I did a review and recut the trailer. The Alien series Not much after Aliens. Not much. I like the Aliens comic book by Dark Horse. I like Aliens vs. Predator. But it's not like one of my favorite franchises in the world. I think it's great. I love both movies. The first two. But cool. I'm glad you got a video done. Check out Nerdporeal Lifeform. Stephen Yarnell for $4.99. Jody could leave. Jody could stay. But none of it matters. The BBC is broken, and they already destroyed the Doctor. Yep. Doesn't matter if she leaves now. If Chris Chibnall stays, it's going to be the same old bullshit. Toby Whitehouse wrote and acted in some of the seasons except hers. He wrote episodes for Matt and Peter and left after Peter did. He's my relative. Says Strike Force Alpha for £5. Toby Whitehouse was good. Didn't he do Luther? Didn't he write Luther? Dana B for $1.99. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Coughtron for $5. Yeah, like Capaldi with Gina. Only reason either comeback would be for the fans, which they are, and they both care about. Well, I can't speak for Capaldi and I can't speak for Gina, but knowing what I know, and it's all what you know, Gina is not coming back. Gina is, for one, she's, if you watch, but yeah, I think Capaldi would come back, and that's a good reason to come back, is for the fans. It is. But Capaldi's fans would support him. Gina's fans would be split. Not all of them want her to go back. I am one of the people who thinks she should never go back, no matter what they say. Barring a complete capitulation, which is, that's a childish dream to think that Hollywood or Disney would completely bend the knee to get Gina back, meaning firing or the people who she was going to be forced to apologizing to her, disciplining or firing all of the Lucasfilm employees who went out and disparaged her fucking reputation, getting rid of Kathleen Kennedy. None of this is going to happen. That's not realistic to even think about. There's a possibility for everything, but Gina is producing her own film right now for Ben Shapiro. She has other projects after that. So I would say there's like 1% Gina would go back. But yeah, I know some of what was said out there, and I think what you need to do is just pay attention to her Instagram and her Twitter. But we'll see if Capaldi or Gina go back. I think it's much more likely Capaldi goes back than Gina. I could be wrong. Mikey Gussler for $50. Just unsubscribed from Jim Sterling. Now, this is Mikey. I do not recommend you unsubscribe from anybody on this platform, no matter who they are. You like who you like. You root for who you root for. Haven't watched, you enjoy who you enjoy. Haven't watched much of his new stuff till now. He released a video yesterday calling the Five Nights at Freddy's creators a terrible person for supporting conservatives, politicians, including everyone else who does. Well, yeah, that's not wise. And I did see the quartering video that he was losing a bunch of subs. Oh, well. I don't know much about Jim Sterling, to be honest with you. I'm not a gamer, so I've never subscribed to him or ever watched any of his videos all the way through. Coughtron for $2. I'll show my support for Jodie, Doctor Who. No! Exactly. Chris Webb for $5. I don't like Campia, but the accusation of him being some kind of shill, I don't believe. Just my opinion. Okay, that's your opinion, Chris. You're entitled to it. I think he's a shill for certain things. I do believe that. Maybe less chilly now. But I mean, he's no Shill Wheaton. That is true. Mikey Gussler for $50. Thank you. My 2 packages just arrived today. I got a 4K Steelbox collection of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Best Buy finally had them back in stock after 6 months. Looking forward to watching them now on my PS5 and my 55-inch 4K Roku TV. Love you guys. Love you too, man. Yeah, mine are right over there. Flash is standing on top of them. I've got all the versions. I don't need them, but I'm a collector. Zathras for £5. Gentlemen, Zathras wanted to know, when will you be talking about Babylon 5? Zathras listens to the 1, the 2. Great show. Tell Zathras that when we're done with it, I am done with the 2nd season. So Az is damn near the 3rd season. And I only have so much time to watch television. I usually watch Babylon 5 from like 11 to 1 in the morning. So I get 2 or 3 episodes in. Boys, you need to both watch, if you haven't already, Withnail. I can't even say that. Withnail and I. Look up a trailer on a stream if you can. Great turn of the century British dark comedy. Also, Gary, I emailed you about harvesting my leftist comic shop. I'll check it out. Thank you, Joe Dirt, for the $20. Thank you. Jude Stevenson for £20. First time super chatter, be gentle. I'll be gentle. As watch Clarkson's Farm on Amazon. Gary, check out the Cybrarian on YouTube. R.E. Howard classic stories right up your street. Glad you have found B5 in my humble opinion. Best sci-fi show of all time. I'm loving it. Coughtron for $5. Thank you for all you guys do and Midnight's Edge and all the rest. I appreciate you. Full stop. We appreciate you. Michael Beacon for $5. Gary, I want your experienced appraisal of Mangold's rant. Was he high as a kite or what? Seemed like it to me. Yes. Now, I want to preface, Michael, that I lean towards substance abuse when I see adults behaving like that. It's one of 2 things. There is mental illness or substance abuse, because substance abuse can look like mental illness. But your average, normal man, woman, however you identify, who is adjusted in life, pays your bills, doesn't go off on Twitter for 24 hours about anything. So, maybe Mangold, hits the coke. Maybe he's on opiates. But obviously, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I've just done a lot of drugs. And I've flipped out over a lot of little things when I was high as fuck. Because it amplifies your feelings, right? It suppresses some and amplifies others. Amplifies your paranoia, for one. Most drugs do, even pot. To some people, not everybody. Yeah. And that's through experience. So yes, James Mangold is either mentally ill or he was very, very high on something. I would think a stimulant or an opioids, because some opioids can act as stimulants to some people. They did for me. Like oxycodone, Vicodin. You can get very euphoric on that. And you could either be super duper 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 happy or super duper duper sad or super duper duper angry. And it comes from, listen, I hope he's not high on drugs. Because I don't care how rich you are or anything. That's a personal hell that is very tough to get out of. It's very tough to get out of. Team Worm for $5. The Simpsons love day came true. It's called Pride. Chris Webb for $5. As if anyone hurts your feelings, I'll beat him up. LOL. I got your 6, my little New Zealand brother. As Az has feelings. I have feelings, but I don't think Az is gonna. Az probably deal with it his own way. That would be my guess. Joseph Singh for $5. Hey, Gary, I've sent you a couple of emails about getting Cyric Lofton, Jake Sisko from, I'm probably mispronouncing his name, but that's how I've always said it, from Deep Space Nine on Friday Night Tights. I'm friends with him, really. Well, I will check out those emails and I'll get back to you. The one thing I would say is my channel could get actors in trouble, and I wouldn't want to do that. So if that would be my only concern, as long as he knows what he's getting into by going on my channel. Because the minute a Star Trek actor comes on my channel, that Star Trek actor is going to hear it. He's going to hear it from everybody, conventions and everything. So that's not happened yet on my channel, but I can tell you right now, I've heard definitively that my channel has been mentioned with Geeks and Gamers and others in certain circles at Lucasfilm, CBS, and possibly other places. I'll just say possibly other places as persona non grata. As you go on that channel, or you can't go on that channel, you can't follow these people on Twitter, you can't follow them on Facebook. That's what I've heard. And I've also heard it firsthand from some people, which I cannot say, because I am under an NDA, by the way. I'm under multiple NDAs on a couple of things. So I don't want to lose my house by saying too much, but I'll just say this. They have noticed and they don't like it. And the reason they have noticed is because of you guys. It's not necessarily because of me. I'm just kind of a conduit, really. It's more of you guys. Now, that's fine. But hey, that's cool. Thank you for the offer. I greatly appreciate that. I'll look into it. And if he is one of those people who just doesn't give a fuck, sure. But I mean, my concern is getting him in trouble. I don't want to get him in trouble. As mad as I am at Hollywood and all these other places, I would never in a million years want to cost somebody their job. I would not be able to sleep at night. Vigilante Williamson for $5. My mom is a black woman who introduced me to Star Wars and Indiana Jones. She nor I needed representation. Vigilante Williams is awesome, by the way. Go check out his channel. I've never needed to see any myself. Listen, I understand. It's been mostly white for a long, long time. But I think we were really moving forward and progressing in that and doing it organically and naturally, where it was just like we didn't think about it. But now we're thinking about it all the time because they're pointing it out. And they're pointing it out like if I was a dad, right? Well, I am a dad. So I'm a dad. Say I gave my baby a bottle one night and then asked for some congratulations like, I fed my baby tonight. No, that's what you're supposed to do. You're a fucking dad. You're not supposed to get praised for that. Hiring people to work a job is just that. And see, Hollywood is really bitten into this big tech bullshit that you're saving the world. They really made a great satire of that in Silicon Valley, season 1 in particular. Highly recommend you watch it. Lyle Hammock for $10. I have higher hope for the War of the Rohirrim than the man directing it. The man directing it did Ghost in a Shell standalone complex TV series. You should watch it. The Laughing Man movie in particular. Okay, I'll check it out. If it's anime made by anime people, basically Japanese people, then yeah, I even tweeted, I'm going to hope for the best on this one. It could be good. It could be. I think it most likely will be the best thing we get, but I could be wrong. Digitalis for $25. D plus shows are meant to serve the same purpose as the Netflix shows, which were meant to serve the same purpose as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. These two will be shit on and cast aside. Marvel needs respect for shows, not just movies. Yeah, they have so little respect, they don't have showrunners. Florian, I don't know how to pronounce this. Eseshatin? Florian Eseshatin. Gosh dang it. I hate it when I get caught up on names because then I got to stop. Florian. I can't pronounce that last name, so we're just going to say Florian. Thank you for the €5. The blip makes no sense because the planet isn't where it was 5 years ago, which is a very good point. Heroic Nanashi for $2. I'm so glad I left behind comics. Manga for me 100%. Yes. Strike Force, Alpha for £5 I'm happier Michael Waldron is ruining Marvel and not Rick and Morty. Yeah. Was he ruining Rick and Morty? He doesn't seem like a very good writer to me. Nola Nerd for $5.04. Live in a town 12 minutes north of New Orleans, and the people here let the politicians know we're fed up. Everything is open, no mask, no distancing. Nien, who dat? Exactly. Jory for 2 Canadian pesos. Gary Az, I think Owen Wilson is a Loki variant. That'd be somewhat interesting. Again, I have not watched the second episode yet. I'm going to watch it after this round of super chats. Fake name for $2. 200 pounds of beard dirt, so he fits in with the locals. Well, that's concerning my package, which arrived today, which is 200 pounds. It's a 200-pound package, and it's meant to replace something that I used to have at the comic shop that I adored. I had multiples of these things, right? And I left it at the comic shop because I couldn't take it. I've always regretted it, and I could not swallow my very human pride enough to call Brian Hibbs to see if he'd sell it back to me. So I found another one. I found a guy online who offered me a deal, a very nice deal. It's unbelievable. It will be the crown jewel of the studio. The crown jewel of the studio. And it arrived. I don't know if I'm going to break it out for this studio. I might break it out for my one when I move, because it's fucking big. As is Sensational Nuts for €149. Thank you for the donation. Rebecca Gold for £5. What's up, Ian? I bought Enter the Dragon for £80 on Betamax, as Az says it. And Raiders cost me £85. We had the C7 Beta machine and the C5. Great show, Gary Naz. Thank you, sir. Chained while being classically trained. Not classically chained. Thank you for the 149 British pounds. It's £1 49 pence, cents, something like that. As is Girly War Cry. Wait. Thank you for the £1.49. The Uber Geek for £2. Betamax or Beat Her Max as. That's a good one. I just turned 40 with Indy. It's not that bad. The real Sean Crummel for $2. Wait till you're 52. Bashy Washy for $9.99. Hail Gary and Az. Thanks for the content. As did you ever consider making a free company from fandom? If you do, add me. If not, you should do it. Halloween 2. I don't know what that meant, but I'll pass it on to Az. Stasio Pentazzi. Man, I fucked that name up. Sorry, for $5. Hey, Gary, just getting back into comics. Did you have any recommendations for current titles? No current titles. Besides that, hail and thanks for the awesome content, guys. I would say The Last Ronin. Berserker's pretty good. On Indiegogo, Soul Finder. But I've been reading old books right now. I've been reading a lot of Jim Starlin. So, Warlock, Captain Marvel, That's what I've been reading. Cisco Kid, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Big Worm for $20. Hail Gary, hail Az, hail chat. Gary sent you an email a couple of days ago. Quick video tribute to MCU Iron Man and comments about Loki. Search for Mr. Humphrey. May be fun to watch together and comment. Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. I'll check out the video. Is it good for Friday Night Tights? Tell X-Ray Girl I said she's hot. Not applicable for $2. Okay, I'll pass that on to X-Ray Girl. But guess what? X-Ray Girl saw this. So you've already told her because she sees these before I do. So she saw it. Asps are very dangerous. You go first. TK for $5. Of course, that's the Well of Souls. That was Sala. Asps, very dangerous. You go first. Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes? Dancey for £5. The secret of every successful product is to produce something that the customer don't want and insult them before they start selling it to them. Oh, that would be consumer. Yes, that is the key. That is the modern key to customer service. Albatross for $5. Could Harley Quinn work if instead of a hashtag also so random? Could Harley Quinn work if instead of LOL so random, she was less comedy, more actual horror or danger? Yes. Lyle Hammock for $5. HBO Max revealed Friends and Lord of the Rings films are the most watched property shows. People want quality, not idiotic woke garbage. If there's an article saying that, I will read that on Friday Night Tights. So I have little doubt Lord of the Rings is insanely popular right now because of all the shit that's out there. And it's highly rewatchable. I think we can all agree on that. As much as Star Wars is, as much as Raiders is, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is highly rewatchable because it's like watching a TV show. You know, it's 12 hours, right? 12 hours? A little under 12 hours. Critical Ramblings for $10. Curious what you guys think of the Marvel Civil War and Civil War 2 story arcs. I'm working through them right now. In my opinion, they're not bad outside of tokenized characters being front and center. Civil War 2 I thought was garbage. Marvel Civil War I liked, but it doesn't end in Civil War. It ends in Captain America 25 when he gets killed. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Spoilers. Something happens in Captain America volume... Is it 3? Volume 3, 25. Hail. You guys going to put any more BBC on iTunes? Dibby for $2. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I owe you guys 3 episodes to put on iTunes. So I will put those on the website. I don't do Az does what he does with his channel, but everything, all my live streams go to iTunes and Spotify. So yes, I will put them on there. My bad. The last 3 episodes were not put up. Dancey for £5. Tipped for Disney and others. If people like it, it will be popular. LOL. Yeah, if people like it, you got to make stuff people like. Fan Dad Menace for $4.99. Hail Gary and Az. I just started a channel because of your encouragement and inspiration. Keep up the great work and fight the good fight. Excellent. That's great to hear. Caligula for $10. One thing you need to understand about the wokiest is that they all think in terms of power dynamics. You have to look at everything through that lens. James Lindsay deconstructs it thoroughly. That is true. That is absolutely true. I'm going to scroll up here. Philip Jones for £5. Az, you jammy bugger. I've not seen any Battletech minis since the Alpha Strike ones. I don't know anything about that. Sorry. Dr. Martin Luther Pepe, thank you for the 14 Danish or Swedish krona. Sorry. Ooh. Hail Alex Jones says projects done poorly for $5. I love Alex Jones. Steel Scout for $5. Glad us come together to help each other. Also keep being real. Yes, we helped Bird of Prey 5, get enough money for a new wheelchair. That's fucking awesome. You guys raised $5,000 in like 48 hours. It was brilliant. Joachim Stark for 50 Swedish krona. Beach comic commercial. If you sit on my lap and take care of anything that pops up, I'll read this for you as you do. Oh, yeah. That might work on my channel. I don't know. Black Tiger 001. Okay. Mary Fuck Kill Round 41 Nightmare Edition. Pick one for you, one for your co-host, and one for just some guy. Ride White Water Rapids of Kevin Smith's Tears. Dr. Jody's Companion, and be the PR rep for Lord of the Rings Amazon show when it's bad. Ooh. Well, I'd have to give that one. I'd make as Jody's Companion because it would be funny. Because I'm selfish, I'll make just some guy the Amazon show PR, and I'll ride the Whitewater Rapids of Kevin Smith's Tears. Thank you, Black Tiger 001. Always very creative with that. Regarding Mangold, methinks he doth protest too much. Rupert Patterson for $2.99. Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you for the 10-pound donation, Dig Me Strawbridge. I greatly appreciate it. Steel Scout, thank you for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate you guys. You're awesome. Not applicable for $2. He's a lefty man baby who wants to be liked. That's why. Yep, and I think he was really high on drugs. John Platt for 10 pounds. Hi, Gary Naz. Thanks for creating interesting, I can't say it, intelligent and thought-provoking conversations about popular culture. James Mangold would never make it as a YouTube content creator, and this is why I watch you. Wow. Well, you probably could have read that super chat better, but no, a lot of these guys can't. And they really hate us, by the way. They really hate us. John Parson, thank you for the $5 donation. It's greatly appreciated. Capital Satire for $9.99. Hail both. Love all your content. As stay angry. Love it. The only new content I find interesting anymore are the books that I find on Audible. I love Audible. Yeah, I listen to more Audible than I watch TV, for sure. I mean, I'll cop to it. I still listen to A Song of Ice and Fire once in a while. I listen to a ton of Lord of the Rings, Witcher, Doctor Who stuff. There's Big Finish stuff on Audible. Yeah, I listen to a bunch of it. Sometimes some old stuff, I got Dark Empire. I like that. Rupert Patterson for $4.99. Kibblesmith, 11.6. There was a brief period around 2004 when you could eat a potato every day for a year and someone would give you a book deal. Is that what he said? He said that? Wow. On 6/11. Sorry. So we're getting, so he said it on June 11th. Yeah. And that's probably why you got a book deal. Kibblesmith's a millionaire and he buys his way into shit. He's a talentless hack and a cuck. Chris Morrison for $6.99 Canadian. Hail Gary and Az, and hail both longtime, hail chat. Longtime viewer, first time donation. Common sense is lacking in this day and age, but am glad to find it here with all. And we're glad that you're here. Rob Atlas for $5. I'm just waiting for a movie to come out that doesn't subvert, convert, pervert, or divert. Just give me something entertaining that I can enjoy. I love that super chat. I love him now. The Iron Omega for $5. Hey, Az, what do you think about Warhammer? I miss your painting streams. He's probably, Az goes through phases. Az goes through like little, obsessive phases. He goes from one thing to another. I'm sure he'll get back to painting the Warhammer with Ricada when he can. But that 1/6 scale habit can be a little expensive. And I heard the 40K habit can be a little expensive too. Chris Rapasso for $5. What box set is decent for quality on Babylon 5? Was looking around but not sure which would be best to grab? And that's a best question for the chat, because currently I am watching it on HBO Max. And the quality is, it's okay. It's okay. Roger H., thank you for the $1.99. North Viking for $10. This is the time for us creators to make new stuff and create new culture. Let Marvel, DC, Hollywood all die. We must work to replace the insane cult with the better alternative, us. Well, we are going to be the better alternative. We're turning into the better alternative. And they know it. So they either need to adapt or die. Fire Horse Frameworks for $5, completely ignoring Renaissance nobility, always being painted as large and well-fed. Well, completely ignoring history is crazy. I don't know if that's what you were talking about, though. Chris Topher for $5. BBC put a female doctor and then patient died. Sounds about right to me, as you need to stop watching Batwoman. Keep as safe, #OneRing.cook. Yeah, whoever runs their Twitter account is a bit of a moron. Rupert Patterson for $9.99. Feel the same as modern entertainment. Put it down to excessive nostalgia and rose-colored glasses. And then I found YouTube. Glad I'm not disillusional, frankly. No, that's how I found all of you guys. That's how I got on YouTube. I thought I was losing my fucking mind. Gosu for $5. One more positive note. I bought the Babylon 5 box set with the movie included, and it became one of the best things I bought in years. Glad you're hooked. Well, maybe that's the one you need to get. There you go. Amazon says Snyder's Justice League is available on Blu-ray. What's Hard Pass in BBC English? Hail, says M Tax Shark for $5. Well, I got it on Blu-ray. I did. I bought it in the UK. Hail the real BBC ladies. Still planning on talking about Superman and Lois this week. Not trying to push. I'm just excited to hear what you guys think about the show. Episode 10 tonight, baby. I'm like 2 episodes behind Super Nate, but I will try to catch up. It's Babylon 5, Superman, Lois, Loki, work. I mean, the Picard video I did today was probably the fastest video I have made in a long time, and that still took 6 hours. It's looking for the cuts. It's looking for the right thing. It's reading. It's double checking my references. It's all that good stuff. That's what takes time. And then I take little breaks, go make some coffee, go work out, but 6 hours. 6 hours. All right, we're done with the real BBC. And thanks, everyone. Okay, this is the Super Chat Square Up for the Nooner that was talking about the drama. Talking about everything that happened, my position in this, because I didn't say anything online until I actually spoke to Doomcock, which was the Monday, and that Monday I did a live stream. So I tried to get a hold of him from Saturday night on, and we finally talked on Monday. Okay, so since then everything's been squashed. There might be some some salty comments in here. I will answer them to the best of my ability, but as far as everybody's concerned, as far as I know, water under the bridge. I can only talk about my part in this, which I already discussed. I will refer you to that live stream. Again, you can email me for the link. It's on my Twitter. I unlist all live streams, and I didn't want to relist it on Nerdrotic Live, not for hiding it, because I don't want it all to get started up again, but you can certainly watch it. It is available. So you can email me at gary@nerdrotic.com, search my Twitter timeline, and I will shoot it to you. Okay, Mr. McD for $50. $50. Sorry, I missed that one. Said $50 for the kids. Don't care what this is all about. By the way, at the end of the drama stream, I did not feel comfortable collecting money for a drama stream where it was fan on fan stuff and YouTuber stuff. So I donated it all, and then I added some more of my money, which covers the ad money, covers YouTube's 30% and a little extra, to Operation Underground Railroad, which helps save kids from sex trafficking and exploitation. Over $2,500 was donated. I put the receipt on the community section on my YouTube. I put it on Twitter. If you guys need to see it, you can go just search that and it'll be there. I didn't even wait for YouTube payday. I just did it. Mr. McD, thank you. He said $50 for the kids. Don't care what this is all about. Good. And it went towards the kids. Cash for $25. What's up, Cash, brother? Love all the entertainment you and the other guys give us. You said charity. I said, fuck it. Let's keep fighting these woke wankers who are murdering our culture. Exactly. Fighting each other only helps our detractors. Doing stuff in public only helps our detractors. Things should be handled behind the scenes. That's always going to be how I deal with things when it comes to stuff like this. You know, sure, when you have this many people involved in collaborating, you know, across channels, you're going to have different opinions. My personal opinion on that is anybody can have their opinion. It doesn't bother me. If somebody says something salty about me, if it's a close friend, I'll wait to talk to that person. No matter how long it is, I'll wait to talk about that person. My feelings aren't very easily hurt. But I can't assume that everybody's going to, you know, see life like I do. And that's not fair. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm just different. That's all. We're all different in that, and it doesn't matter. And if you your feelings are hurt, you're legit. That's something that's legit. Not trying to downplay that at all. Dan Johnson, thank you for the $25 donation. It is greatly appreciated. It went to the kids. Hardwick Benthau for $1. I was initially upset when Jason Momoa got cast as Aquaman because I wanted him to play Namor. He even has the arched eyebrows built in. That is a good point, and he practically plays him like Namor. R. Scott for $3.50. Hey, Gary, longtime lurker, first time donating. Oh, excellent. Also, a fellow friend of Bill W. Hail, Bill W. And Dr. Bob. Keep being you. Here's $3.50. Thanks for the 3 hours of free entertainment. It is my pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure. This was, it was tough, you know, but I just went out and basically stated how I felt about things, while respecting other people's feelings and opinions, and not shaming anybody for that. You know, Tony for $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Foul Ball Productions. Matt, I owe you a live stream, dude. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we got to schedule that soon. So on a Thursday, hit me up. Let's live stream, brother. For $9.99 for charity. Thank you. And it went to charity, brother. R. Fletch for $5. If I can help clear this up, my side gig is a Sin Eater banquet heavy with drumsticks, Philly cheesesteak, roast beef on rye. Excellent. Bad meat and brownies thoughts for $10. Hail, Gary. Like I said, you've inspired. You've whipped up we whipped up a quick upload for you. Fuck drama. Nerdrotics writes the ship. Enjoy. Keep up the good fight. You rock. Could you please send me that? I looked for it and I couldn't find it. Is it on YouTube? Yeah, email me that. I would love to see it. Thank you. The Real Sean Crummel for $2. Hey, buddy. Love the shirt. I can't remember what shirt I was wearing on that drama stream, but I like my my orb shirt. My orb shirt. One of the arch villains of Ghost Rider. At least the Johnny Blaze one. At least that's the way I saw it when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I thought the orb was like the Joker, right? You know. There are a lot of heartbroken SJWs, right? Right. Oh, this is a good one. Kit Kat for £5. There are a lot of heartbroken SJWs right now. Oh, that's music to my ears, hearing that SJWs are heartbroken. And SJWs can be anywhere, folks. They can be absolutely anywhere. SJWs can use the hashtag the Fandom Menace. That's right. I don't know everybody who uses the hashtag the Fandom Menace. I don't. And there's people who use the hashtag the Fandom Menace who don't know who I am. Because we're not an organization. It is simply a hashtag, not anything you can be canceled from, gatekept from. That's not anything you can join. I'm sure you could monetize it. I'm sure people have, but it's just a hashtag. So anybody can use it in any way they want, whenever they like. What's getting conflated with a lot of things is with collaborations, there has to be a certain amount of trust. And I'm going to paraphrase what the great Carrie Smith tweeted one night. It's one of my favorite tweets of the last 2 months. Just because I speak the same language, the same words, I'm saying the same things as someone else, it does not mean we are buddies. We're going to be buddies. Don't automatically assume we like or even know each other. I'm not entitled on anyone's channel. No one, talking about content creators here, and no content creator is entitled to my channel. Now, there is a thing called basic human respect that we need to have and practice. And sometimes in our live streams, because we're very comfortable on stream, right? And we're just shooting the shit. Like Friday Night Tights crew would be saying the same stuff if we were all eating dinner one night. And we maybe don't word things like we normally would, but it depends. Like Ryan can say that on his channel because that's his channel's rules. What I said about Ryan, I wish he would have worded it differently, but he's entitled to his opinion. And what I said in my live stream, and again, I'm doing this quickly. We've already gone over this, but my choice was to move past it as quick as possible to keep the live stream going so it didn't turn into a big shit show, which it's been my experience. That's what happens based on a lot of the live streaming I've done. It was not an easy or fun decision to make. Just saying. Crucible was a great EU book, says Emblazon 64 for $2. New Zealand money. Excellent. Yeah. Back to the SJWs. There's also SJWs who just live for this shit and they just want it because SJWs, the fuel for the SJW is envy and they want to tear shit down. That's all they fucking want to do. So I don't care. I don't put a lot of stock into just what people say. I observe their behavior and their actions. So we could be aligned on stuff. We don't have to agree on everything to be friends. But this is a principle in recovery that I use in life and that I use right here on YouTube. In recovery, I surround myself with winners. Absolute fucking winners, because my sobriety comes number one in my life. And if I lose my sobriety, I lose everything else. It becomes before my wife. It comes before my kids. It comes before this YouTube channel. It comes before my mom. It comes before everything. So in my relationships in life, I have learned the hard way, like a lot of us do, that life is too short to deal with friends you got to walk on eggshells around. Friends you got to worry about stuff around. Friends that you worry are going to that you can't trust, right? Trust is important. Trust is an important thing. There's certain levels of trust. There's certain levels of respect. All have to be earned aside from the basic human respect. So that's how I go about life. Do I have a list of people I do or do not want on the channel? No, I don't think about it that much. I'm way too busy working on my channel and focusing on my life. One of the great rules that I've learned through YouTube that I practice all the time. And I got some, and I believe it was Jeremy from the Quartering who said this. I don't know if he came up with the statement, but it's the first place I heard it. As a content creator, compete against yourself. I don't worry what other people have or don't have. I don't really, I appreciate the 346,000 subscribers. It means a lot to me. So do the 30,000 followers almost on Twitter, but it doesn't mean everything to me. My existence isn't wrapped up in it. I am very happy with what I've achieved here on this channel. Very happy. It's way beyond my wildest dreams. And I'm just plugging away and trying to have fun. And I'll say the same thing about this job as I said about my comic shop. I'm going to do that because the comic shop didn't pay great, but I loved it. But it didn't pay great. And I said, I'm going to do this as long as I'm having fun. And the minute I stop having fun and it becomes a job, then I'm out. I'm done. Because I don't want to hate comic books and stuff. Well, what happened, and I ended up having a relapse and stuff. Same goes for this. If this becomes a job, you'll be able to tell because I won't be interesting anymore. Maybe I'm not interesting now. I don't know, but I won't be interested in it. And I think you guys can sense that. I know you guys can sense that. You guys can sense what is genuine and what isn't. What is theater and what isn't, because the audience is always smarter than we are. Out of town the last few weeks. What did I miss? Asked Buster Null Smash for $10. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Calamine lotion on poison ivy. Love your work, mate. From Wiz UK for £5. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Andrew Clark for $2. Thoughts on JXE's new Doctor Who video? Absolute masterpiece. Don't agree with what JXE says all the time, and I don't need to. And but that video was a fucking masterpiece. Green 3 Ball for 5 Canadian pesos. Hail Gary for super chat. Have you ever read Board of the Rings? No. Somebody sent it to me though, so I'm going to. So thank you, person who sent it. Hopefully there'll be time for a toxic mailbag. We're scrolling up and I'm losing my place here. Here we go. Apparently people are petitioning Amazon not to have sex in Lord of the Rings series, says Fantastic Mr. Knox for $5 Australian. And I signed it. NPD 1492 for $5. Twitter and Facebook are cesspools. Avoid them at all costs. I absolutely agree. Instagram is owned by Facebook. It's not much of a cesspool. And I think in the very near future, I'm going to move most of my interaction to that over Twitter. I'm fucking, especially after the last 4 weeks. Twitter is just made to argue. It's made for theater. It's made for the scripted argument where you can sit down and think about what you're going to say instead of having a real conversation with somebody, looking at somebody in the eyes. That's important to me. If people can still talk, there is hope. You're absolutely right, R. Fletch, for $2. Absolutely right. Hi, Gary. I'm going to San Diego. What should I do there? Bride of Doomcock for $3.99. I would go to the beach. You can go to Del Mar. You can go to Encinitas. It's pretty nice. San Diego Zoo, SeaWorld. Go check out a Padres game. Drive up the 101. It's beautiful. There's tons to do here. Just go to the beach and you're fine. Mr. Q for $10. Hail, Gary. Knew you could get this all settled out. Much respect to you and DC. Your level-headed approach was exactly what was needed to get parties to the table. You've got a sub for life here. Wow. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I did the best I could. I think on all sides, things could have done, including mine, things could have been done better. But at this point, you know, what's the old saying? Crying about spilt milk. The milk is spilt. It's done. You can't unmake the soup. You just move on and hope not to repeat it. Yeah. Bones 8 for $75. Hey, Gary, happy the drama was squashed quickly and did not linger. Friday Night Tights was absolutely hilarious. It was. Last week was really damn good, too. One of my boys has ASD also. Whichever you pick, here you go. Much love, Gary. Yeah, Joseph, I ended up giving all the money to Operation Underground Railroad. My next donation will be to something that deals with autism, because that's what my son has too. Too kind, except nobody can be too kind, says R. Fletch for $10. Absolutely correct. Susan Dolan for $5. There are some opinions about what or whoever that should be kept to oneself because of the irreparable damage that could be done. Exactly. That's why certain things should just be kept behind the scenes. And I'll tell you that what? I could be the lone gunman and not collaborate with anybody and just sling it. And people do that all day on YouTube, all right? I think that's what makes us, well, I listen, we're human. We see stuff that makes us cringe, that we don't like, and we deal with it the best way we can. But you're ultimately absolutely right. There are certain things that should be kept to oneself because of the damage it can do to that channel, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do damage to any channel, whether I like the channel or not. I don't want to harm them. That's not anything I'm interested in doing. That's not what I'm about. I'm about, going after Hollywood, going after the big boys, whom I'm not harming at all. The stuff I'm annoying them, but I'm not harming them. The stuff speaks to the quality of one's argument, not applicable for $2. Yes. I missed what happened. Could you briefly explain what happened? Thank you. London 19657 for $5, and I explained it a lot on the live stream. Echo Base Network for $5. In other drama, I got a beef with you, Gary. Uh-oh. Are you ever going to hook me up with those comics I asked you for 2 years ago? LOL. Well, Nicholas, thanks. I sent you a text and you gave me the list again, but no, I'm not going to remember anything from 2 years ago, much less 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't know what I ate 2 days ago. But thanks for reminding me. Glad you're not running with the drama. No. You represent the level head of the tired fandom. If you crack the legacy media, we will love it. Says Tyrone Bravo for $5 Australian. Exactly. That's what I'm here to do. You are not. I'm a YouTube viewer as much as I'm a content creator, and I know what I like. So, and what I like is not what everybody else likes, but I don't like the drama. I don't like seeing people go after other creators. Almost every time it ends up backfiring. Almost every time it ends up completely killing the channel's growth. And when creators go on other creators, I would say most of the time it's something that's been festering, and it's usually has something to do with envy, right? There are channels that are much bigger and much better than mine. I'm okay with that. I don't need to be the best. Far from it. Not afraid to be wrong. I just need to be me. I know Doomcock was hurt more than anything. Hurt that he and his subs were blasted on the show where he should be safe. Thanks for squashing it, Gary. Mutated genome for $5. Yeah, it was hurt feelings. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And then, I have to address there were hurt feelings all the way around, because then it continued over the weekend. All right. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. They don't. And all things that were said, especially when it comes to personal attacks, to me are not okay. But nobody needs to apologize to me. And as far as what I didn't do on the channel, I got criticism for it, and I'm not above criticism, and I listen and I understand, and I just explained why I did it, and hopefully you'll understand why I did it. I had to think quick. But as I stated in my live stream, Ryan is my friend. Doomcock is my friend. Now, I have friends. Now, when it comes to closeness of friends, I talk to Ryan quite a bit, for as much as I talk to people. I don't talk to my friends every day. Like every other day I talk to Az, a couple of times a week. I talk to Jeremy once, every couple of weeks. I talk to Ryan. I talk to Doomcock before and after streams, but we don't really talk much in between that and have it for a while for whatever reason. Not taking it personally. It's just the way it's been for about a year. It was just an awkward situation. That's all. It was an awkward situation. Been in them before, will be in them again. But everything's cool. And I like that. I like everything cool. I do. Flicks by Cody for $10. Gary, I'm late to the show, but I wanted to say I loved Lord of the Rings movies, but never read the books. I just finished watching the documentary on Tolkien. These show writers, quotes, clueless as to how brilliant he was. He was fucking brilliant and never expected to get this big. Angry Gonk for $5.69 New Zealand. End of the day, Disney still sucks and we don't. Gonk. Damn straight. Dan Vask. Somebody said, damn right, Dan Vask for $2. I love Dan Vask. And he got retweeted by Jordan Peterson yesterday. That was fucking awesome. You should try to get Count Dankula on Friday Night Tights if you can. Yes, we should, because he is great. David Stout for $5. Hail, Gary. Love you, man. I'm autistic. Love your honesty. Love your knowledge very much. Hope I can be on a member stream. Hail and PIRLOTR. LOR. Oh, he probably means LOTR. Or Peer Lord. I don't know what Peer Lord is. But maybe it means Lord of the Rings. Not sure. But thank you very much, David. And you're welcome on the member streams. They're usually Sunday between 10 and 12. Occasionally we do one on Thursday. Haven't had the time lately. This week was just this week. But yeah, Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon. Glib facsimile for $10. You're cool in my book, Gary. Why, thanks. Don't lose your respectability and honor. You've worked hard to earn them. Criticism doesn't mean hate. It means staying straight and narrow. We have to laugh at ourselves too. Yes. To me, integrity is important. Okay. So people might not like what I say. People might not agree with what I say. They might not like how I go about doing my business. And that's okay. And they are absolutely entitled to voice their opinion about it and make videos and take shots at my arguments and stuff. Now, they take personal shots too. And I'm called alt-right and all that shit. And it means nothing. It means nothing because I don't know these people, so I don't have any respect for them. Now, if they go up my argument genuinely and listen to what I'm saying and still disagree, that's cool. But if they call me a name and say I have a face I want to punch, I'm not worried about it. It's the internet. So I'm not going to lose it over that because I genuinely don't care. But we are not above criticism. We sling a lot of shit. We talk a lot of shit. We need to be able to take it. And if we can't, that's on the other channel. That's on any other channel. I'm not speaking specifically of one, but we are not above criticism. We put ourselves out there with videos, and I have to make sure everything I put out, I can back up. Radio Man 1017 for $5. Ryan is a child. My dad died horribly of Parkinson's. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. On Friday Night Tights 2 weeks ago, Kinnell said, I love a good Parkinson's joke. You should cut him. Well, first off, I'm sorry your dad passed away from Parkinson's, and that is a long, horrible death, and I'm sure there was some caregiving involved, so you have my greatest sympathies. My father passed away from cancer 2 decades ago, and it was horrible as well. As far as cutting him, no. I'm not going to cut Ryan with all due respect. And, your feelings are valid. And if that joke or the show isn't for you, I understand. We do walk a fine line. I am not a free speech absolutist on my channel. There are some minor rules and minor guidelines so we don't cross Mama Susan. But occasionally we're going to cross people's personal lines. I've told the guys, like I stated earlier, absolutely bring it. Treat it like it's your channel. And if we started editing and checking ourselves too much, it would start sounding inauthentic and like Collider. And we are here to make you laugh, inform you, bullshit. And if all 6 of us, like I said, were together in a restaurant, we would sound the same way. So I'm not going to get rid of Ryan. He is an absolute asset to Friday Night Tights, and he is a good friend. But yeah, once in a while, and he's said things that people don't like in the past, and it will happen again. And that goes to the next. But thank you for the super chat. And again, I'm really sorry about your dad. Mr. Ducktastic for £5. Will there be any restrictions put in place on Friday Night Tights to try and prevent further drama? Seems likely to happen again with Ryan Cannell. The short answer is no. Like I just said in the previous super chat, there are some no-go areas that the guys know. I don't need to tell them because they're adults. There's the Mama Susan guidelines that are awfully fuzzy, and we have to use YouTube speak. But no, we're going to keep bringing it like we do and having fun, and people seem to like it. I mean, we've gotten a massively huge positive response. Yes, like I said earlier, every week I get 1 or 2 emails. I do, and I try to answer them to the best of my ability. But we're going to keep doing what we're doing because it seems like a lot of people like it, and we're having so much fun. And I would ask, when Ryan makes a joke like that, or any of us do, please keep in mind where our heart really is. I mean, you've heard Ryan is the way he is on his channel. If you have seen his channel, that he's very consistent. And that's the important thing, is consistency of argument, integrity, and absolutely bring it. And that's what the people expect. And if we start checking ourselves and editing, we're going to sound like Collider, and we don't want to be Collider. So again, we're not for everybody, but just know when we make a joke like that, it's nothing personal. We're not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. We're just trying to make you laugh. How do you not sell fake eyeglasses with a Band-Aid on the bridge in your merch shop? That, I don't know. But I'll tell Mrs. Nerdrotic about it right now. Gomer Pyle. I like all y'all. You're all like families. You're all family to lots of us. Thing is about families is they argue. I found the both of you on the High Council in 2019. Love you all. Success. And thank you, Gomer Kyle. And yes, we squabble. We bicker. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I don't know about 99% of it because I don't really socialize that much outside of YouTube in between shows. I don't talk to too many people just because I'm a family man. It's nothing personal. I DM once in a while. I DM'd Mahler today, and I DM Critical Drinker. I'll DM Az. It's just one, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Did you see Loki yet? Some shit. That's it. That's mostly, I'm pretty boring. Okay, so we're wrapping up the drama section here, and I'll quickly reset my policy. Consider this some unsolicited advice for any content creators who want to hear it, keeping in mind that I'm a very fallible human being, just like everyone else, and drama happens. I understand that, but avoid it like the plague. Just avoid it like the plague. It is a drain on your channel, a drain on your resources. It's a distraction. It's a drain on your life. So early on in recovery, I was told by my sponsor I had to remove the unhealthy relationships from my life. And I had to do that, and it was hard, but it paid off. I generally do not deal with drama in my life at all. And this stuff that happened over the last couple of weeks, the first thing that's really happened in years. And I like not having to worry about stuff so I can focus on my family, on my channel. And as far as the theater being played out on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. Like I said before, avoid it like the plague. If somebody is genuinely concerned with something you're doing, or they have some genuine advice or criticism, they will DM you or email you. And the same comes from me. I will email or DM. I can think of 2 instances, which I'm not going to talk about, that I've done that ever. Right. And it only concerned my channel. So to make things utterly clear, let me offer some other unsolicited advice that I learned from Jeremy at the Quartering. I don't know if he started it, but he said it. He said, when you're creating content, compete against yourself. I compete against myself. I don't worry about what other people have, what they don't have, generally what they're doing. Yes, I collaborate with channels, and when we collaborate, things mix, and there can be concerns there because this is stuff that's completely out of my control. But all I do is worry about my channel and how things are going to affect my channel. I parted ways with a co-host many years ago. Not many, like 3. Because that co-host was getting hyper competitive. Just hyper competitive. And it was annoying as hell. And it became a drag and walking on eggshells. And I removed it from my life. No hard feelings, but I removed it from my life and I was much happier. Because I want to have fun here. And I know you guys want to have fun. And drama is not fun. That's all. I know some people enjoy it. And that's fine. I'm not judging or anything. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm just saying that I don't partake in it because it's just, to me, a giant waste of time. And all it can do is damage. All right, let's get back to the Super Chat Square Up. All right, this is for Friday Night Tights with Adam Krigler, hot coffee for $10. Based on the new He-Man toys, I think He-Man will be turned into Skeletor and become the bad guy for the show. Also, why is his chest armor changed from a cross to a weird W? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest He-Man fan, but sounds like they're fucking that thing up, and it sounds like Kevin Smith lied, and I am sorry that's happening to your beloved franchise. I have empathy. Thank you for the $10. The Doctor 14 Blu-ray reviews for $1.41. Why didn't you guys complain about Harvey Dent being race swapped in Batman 1989? Well, there wasn't an internet back then, and I didn't complain because Billy D. Williams is Billy D. fucking Williams. It was a great choice. Fiji Melon, but then they race swapped them back to Tommy Lee Jones. So Fiji Melon for $10. Hello, Toxistophobe, Friday Night Tights, entertainers of the Friday nights. Because of you guys, I never got COVID. Oh, cool. My pronouns are vaccinated, masked. Excellent. Weston 487 for $20. Thank you. Hail Friday Night Tights. Much love to you all, keeping me sane at work today. You guys are the best. Keep up the good work. Oh, I thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys are fucking awesome. And it's weird being the guy who's talking into a microphone and somebody at work is listening, because I was that guy at work. I was there not long ago, 3 years ago. My birthday is tomorrow. Oh, 21 years, 21. Geekster, $21. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Geekster. Where has the time flown? $21 for each year I've been alive. Hail Friday Night Tights for not only entertaining me, but also making life better. Thanks. Lucy for $5. Loki and WandaVision are why I always watch YouTube reviews before I watch Disney Plus content. Don't want to accidentally waste my time on something not so great. Thanks for everything, Mad Lads. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. And hail to the Mad Lads. I am so fucking lucky. I am surrounded by really good, talented, nice people. And we get great guests. I've made some new friends. These parasocial relationships that turn into social relationships. It's great. So Griff Ryder has 2 super chats here that I'm going to read, and then I'll get to the ones in the middle. Hail Friday Night Tights, Adam and chat. Gary, if you are willing, you might play another Remix Bros song Either circle back or Rudy Boy FBI raid. You made it further into the Kamala laughing remix than I expected, but stopped before Trump making fun of her laugh. Oh, part 2. Also, when you watched the Kamala laughing remix, you were laughing through the cringe in all the right places. Her face morphed with the bird is hilarious. It is. With Perry gone this week, we needed something to hold us over. Don't you think? Absolutely. And I appreciate that, Griff Rider. Hail, brother. Kinnell's Kidney Stone for $2.49. See you guys soon. This is going to be a short trip. Oh. Post Atocalypse for $5. Hey, Quarter Black Garrett. Your boss posted a music video by 5 Times August the other day on Telegram. I just wanted to say it was hilarious. Pronounced Post Atocalypse. Okay, I got it right. For a change. Timothy Sullivan for $20.01. Gary, could we get Kathleen Kennedy's status update, please? Surely. She's really gone now, right? Nope, she is not gone. Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is as queer as Jodie Whittaker's employment status, and she is still in charge. I think she is going to be there as long as she wants to be. I've said that consistently. Since 2018, when I did think she was going to get fired, but then when she survived that, I'm like, she ain't going anywhere. She ain't going anywhere. Yeah, there's so many pieces to fix at Lucasfilm. It couldn't just be Kathleen Kennedy anyway. You know, it's got to be Pablo Hidalgo, the entire story group, and then there's some board members there. This thing goes deep, man. It goes deep. Like 40 people deep. Remember how many people Gina Carano had to apologize to on a Zoom struggle section? What the fuck was that? Loki Aroth for $6.05. Hi, guys. Cheers from France. I will always be watching you on replay with Palliser. Like always now, keep up the good fight. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate you being here. Hail France. That's cool. Jester of Roanoke for $2. At the rate Hollywood is ruining franchise, the woke movement will finish up with GoBots, Snorks, and Bravestar before it burns itself down. Oh, shit. You're right. Jester of Roanoke for $2. Between Masters of the Universe and Resident Evil, I feel like when a show is based on a popular IP, it's announced. Instead of promo pictures, the showrunners should just release an image of middle finger pointed at the word fans. It would at least be honest. Absolutely. Absolutely. That finishes up the donations. We're into the super chats. The John Beck for $5. Which hotel is Vegas to plan mine? Well, we don't have a set location yet. We are working on a bar, and I'll let you guys know soon. Just stay on the strip. Just stay on the strip. I'm going to be staying. I'll announce what hotel I'm staying at pretty soon. But yeah, but right now on the strip, the convention, because I am going to the Star Trek convention. So if you want to be around the Star Trek convention, and I can't think of the hotel right now, but details will be coming very, very soon. My wife and X-Ray Girl are working on the bar right now for the meetup, and that will be fun. Dancey for £5. The Bible, the Antichrist, 1984, live. All right. Nate Salinas for $2. Mario Kart should be Mario Speedwagon. Oh, that's a good name for a band. All Hail X-Ray Puppy for $5 Australian dollars from Mudcrab. Flutter Girl for $6.99. Thank you all. Great show. Thank you. And yeah, we're going towards the end, back to the beginning. So we're going backwards on this one. Just wanted to throw in this super chat. Everyone here is awesome. Chat included, says Jesus Davila for $10. Thank you, Jesus. I appreciate you. Captain Happy Jack 73 for $15. Loki question. Where were the time cops when Cap did the most un-Captain America thing ever and put back on the right path? Exactly. Ajax the greatest for $5. To be honest, I could forgive most of the issues in Loki if they hadn't managed to crap all over their own continuity. Exactly. Dan C for £5. Churchill, When you're going through hell, keep going. Hell yeah. Michael King for $9.99. You know, the very powerful and the very stupid have one thing in common. They don't alter their views to fit the facts. They alter the facts to fit the views. Doctor Who, 1977. Hell yeah, Michael King. Dancey for £5. Always stand up for yourself. Respect the right of others to stand up for themselves too. That's called civilization. Exactly. Aluminium Falcon for $20. I'll say it the British way. Can we talk about the greatness of Snowflake vid contrast the facial fest that was Army of the Dead? Cheers to all of you and Ma Peeps in the chat. Hail Ma Peeps. Snowflake, the Tom McDonald video. Good. Very good. Maltham for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights to as there weren't natives of some world in Loki. It was the Gobi Desert. They were Mongolians. Hashtag classically chained. Yes. Contagion for $5. I really love Friday Night Tights, and now I'm not sure if I should be here because I collect Funko Pops. Yes, you can be here. I collect, but I love my fandoms, and they're affordable. Collect what you want. Collect what you want. You're more than welcome here, Contagion. Chained while been classically trained for £5. Hail Friday Night Tights, great stream. Thank you very much. 007 Cloud for $5. Would like an Lord of the Rings show with 007 Cloud for $5. Would like an Lord 007 Cloud for $5. 007 Cloud for $5. Would have liked an Lord. Would have like an would have. 007 Cloud for $5. Would have liked a Lord of the Rings show with Caligan. 007 Cloud for $5. Would like a Lord of the Rings show with Caligan the Black, the mountain-sized dragon. Fuck yes. Or at least as long as he was in it, that would be cool. Big Viz 497 for $5. Lori Lightfoot lookalike beating up Loki is exactly what I want in a Loki TV show. Not as you playing Burning Crusade Classic was fun first time around, but not for me on the relaunch. Thoughts? Says Venger for £5. I'll have to remember to ask him that. I apologize we didn't get to that. Scrolling down a little bit. Gobi Desert. Let's scroll up a little bit. Hail, I'm so happy I stopped watching after the first Captain America movie because trying to keep up with all this makes my head spin. Says bass player 2011 iffy for $4.99. Ooh, he's a bass player. So am I. Kimkazi for $10. Their logic is already broken. Someone being late for work can threaten the sacred timeline, but Steve creating another timeline where he gets married and grows old doesn't? Yeah, it's stupid. Pat Garris for $3.99. Watch female Loki is going to be Lena Dunham. Well, almost. Wintroll for $10. Ryan, stop helping them, Marvel. They have no creative mind in office. They will use your ideas and flip it as theirs. Mark this episode. Time for Ryan to cash in. Love you guys. Yes. Hail Ryan. Kate C for $5. Is Gandalf the epitome of white privilege? Well, Gandalf the White might be. Kate C for $10. Thank you for the other donation. I appreciate it. Rick Moranis. Love your work, man. For $10. I know this is late, but can we just be called the Oyster Crackers? We could be. Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks for 5 Canadian pesos. To those in the U.S., look on the bright side. Biden can serve a max of 2 terms in a row. In Canada, we could potentially have Trudeau for life. Oh, yeah. That's a rough one. I can neither confirm or deny I am affiliated with any of these people, especially that toxic X-ray girl for $5, says Eric Cape. Yeah, and she doesn't want to be affiliated with you either. Dario Sussman, thank you for the 14 Argentinian pesos. Rigor Mortis for $5. Asakali trained. Asakali trained. I got it. Lukey 1 for $4.99. Some friendships should just pass in the night. Let them go. Yep. We were just talking about that, weren't we? Some friendships unhealthy relationships need to be let go. And there's a lot of reasons they're unhealthy. Chained while been classically trained. Thank you for the 149 donation. Raj Ortiz for 250 Filipino pesos. Hail Friday Night Tights. Lungus. Last week, Paul. This week, Lance. Next week, the world as the classy cussing vanilla gorilla. If Mom eventually becomes a movie, would Amelia Clark star it as Mom? Yes. Venger for £2. Jeremy, how is your surgery recovery, dude? His balls are fine. Mathelm, for 2 Canadian pesos. President Marconi got slapped this week. Great vid. Oh, I didn't see that. Bob Gable for $4.99. Can we get the panel's opinion on the new Google what is that? Politburo that will be judging your opinions. We are in the twilight zone. I'm convinced. I'll have to look into that. That is something we need to talk about. As Phalanx of Dick's Division says, Joachim Stark for 120 Swedish krona. Thank you very much. Le Chevalier Dulles for $2. Hey guys, I did choose the French. I did choose to be French Canadian. I did chose to be French Canadian. Maybe that was part of your joke. Cigar Gangster for $9.99. Socialism. You vote your way and in, shoot your way out. You vote your way in and you shoot your way out. Absolutely. Aiken for $7.99 Australian. Jordan Peterson fought that legislation in a tribunal. Wow. Canada has heresy laws now. Get arrested for any offense against Islam. The Iron Omega for $5. That Canada. Oof. Just a reminder, Justin Trudeau did blackface. Primer for $2. Yep. Johnny David for $5. You're not allowed to retaliate anymore. Remember what you said on the real BBC. It's fine line between kicking someone's arse and jail time. It is. It is. Mother of Cats 13 for £5. Hail Friday Night Tights. First ever super chat. And I'm happy to give it to you top gents. Just got VR for my PS4. Awesome. Any game recommendations? I'm the last person to ask, but I will pass it on to the panel. David the Batman for $4.99. Hail all fellow nerds. Take my money. Love you all. Well, we love you too. Thank you very much. Howie 240 for $10. Hail Gary and hail to all the rude dudes on Friday Night Tights. I like the rude dudes. You guys are always a blast to watch. Why, thank you. We appreciate that. We really do. Weston 487 for $5. Please, God, no as stop. Oh, he'll never stop. Classically chained as for $10. I'm not going down like this. I will break these chains. Dag the Gnome for 20 Canadian pesos. As needs to be recast on Friday Night Tights. The new actor must be a woman of color with hair. Oh. Chained while been classically trained for £1.49. Thank you very much. Emery Calum, thank you for the $1.49 donation. I appreciate it, Emery. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Tim Dog 68 for $2. Who will Az insult next week? Well, you never know. I hear it, Gary. Play Shoes. Oh my God, Shoes. I wanted to play it, but they kept talking over it. Royal Raptor for $3.99. Shoes. Oh my God, Shoes. Those shoes cost $300. We're not normal as. That's why we are here. This is true. Punk Waddle for $2. Classic Comics for $5. If anyone is a fan of Captain Robert April, please watch his latest video as he needs financial assistance right away or he may lose his current home. Yeah, Captain Robert April. Yeah, I'm aware of the Cap. Yeah, if anybody knows, go check out his channel. I denounce heel versus babyface and am unfamiliar with their work, says Fred Sacco for $5. The Dragon Lady comic character has a pearl necklace on her face, says M. Lane for $4.99. She does. Gary, check out the final moments of Carl Brandt on the YouTube channel Dust. Excellent sci-fi short with Paul Rubens. Really? I'll check that out, Flex. Honcho for $5. Thank you. Darth Mix for $10. Imagine Clark. Upon walking into a comic shop, she begins to inform every man there of what kind of istophobe she thinks they are, like a deranged harpy. I can understand them being unwelcoming. Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of that. Your basic SJW will act like a complete maniac and then wonder why you don't like them. Wonder why you don't hire them. Wonder why you fire them. Wonder why you won't associate with them. And we'll just leave them wondering why until they figure it out, until they catch up. JMS on Babylon 5 still writes comics. T. Stoney for $5. Yeah, I haven't read any modern comics in over a year, but I like a lot of his comics. I do. We talked about Supreme Power on Real BBC. Oh my God, this name. Giganazaric for oh my God. I'm just going to say Giganazariquin. Holy crap. Sorry. I'm just going to call you Zara for 20 Canadian pesos. Zara, have you seen the haunted world of El Superbeasto, where he fights baddies by swinging an old man testicles like a flail? No, I haven't seen that. Oh yeah, I've seen it 5 times. What the hell? The haunted world of El Superbeasto. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lordy Lordy. Julia D2, she's 30, so 15 years ago she was 10. Gary 30, 15 minus 15. Yeah, I my maths are bad, but she's actually 32, so that made her 17. Clark was 15 in a comic shop. Supposedly she's fake as fuck. Amelia Clark was 15 when I had a comic shop, and there was plenty of women coming. So yeah, she's full of shit. Nacho Man Randy Savage for €5. Gary, does that mean that she is powerless once she hits menopause? Maybe. Am I wrong, or didn't Man-at-Arms know that Prince Adam was He-Man? For $10, says Levi, for Levi Ackerman. I don't know. That is for a He-Man fan. Brown Gaijin for $5. If these women, I would imagine, yes. I can't say I never saw He-Man. I mean, it was on the TV, but never into it. Never into it. I thought it was a little. If these women saw Rumiko Takahashi's work ethic, their boobs would drop to their knees. Also, Comic Cat, a convention for fan comics, is 50% female creators. Excellent. Not applicable for $5. And maybe you could make a comic you could roll up into a tampon. Oh, or just get a polybagged one. Not applicable. Joe and Hunter's Crack. Oh my God. Crack Shack for $10. And I'm still starting out. Where's my fucking coffee? Monica Lewinsky equals yogurt yodeler. Oh man. Poor Amelia Clark wasn't allowed into the comic book store because she imagined they would let her in. Exactly. Nerdigo creates for $4.99. They would let her in and probably let her buy comics and probably say, hello, is there anything I can help you with? You hate women. Selwyn for $5. Those names were child's play. What about Wonder Bread with extra mayo? Or those who can't tan good. They need to work on their creativity. Oh, wait. Primer for $2. Have a happy Friday, you sun-bleached simians. Hail. Hail to you. Superman, they had the new slurs for Peckerwoods. Super Mastermind for $5. Try the 8-bit Spy Hunter. I bet you won't last 2 full minutes. What is it, like porn or something? Like, why would you not last? Is it bad or is it porn? Not applicable for $2. Real slur for whites is modernizer. Look up Owen Benjamin's song, White People Are the Only People of Color. Oh, Jesus, for $8. James Jesus. I will look that up later. The real title is Indiana Jones and the Mouthy Harpy. You're welcome, Ryan. Agent Zero for $5. Terminal 187 for $5. First super chat. Oh, thanks to Gary and Friday Night Tights for the laughs. You're welcome. And getting me through the last year of personal trauma. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Hope to see you in Vegas. Yeah, I hope to see you too, Terminal 187. Fred Sacco for $10. Indiana Jones 5, The Return of the Salty Scalawag. Yeah. Well, we were discussing earlier in the Super Chat square up if Mangold was on any sort of drugs, and I think he was. Breaking Clarice canceled, not moved, canceled, says Michael Miller for 14 Danish krona. Yeah. Somehow, some way, it was successful in its first season, but not successful enough for Paramount Plus. Oh, there was rights issues here and there, but they probably could have worked it out if they wanted to. My voice is a little fucked today. I don't know why. I think I need coffee, but my coffee's brewing. Josh Peck for $10. Gary, I recently watched the extended Lord of the Rings trilogy for the first time. Wow, since the Amazon deal and the deranged wokeness seminars surfaced brought me to tears thinking about how deep the subversion goes. It goes deep. And it must be complete. And the companies that own this stuff don't care enough. They're too cowardly. And companies are now just like the cowardly politician who's afraid to do anything. Blanco SoCal for $5. How do all comic book shop owners who defend the Disney buyout in 2007 feel now? I'm waiting for their apologetic defense for the 2021 state of comics. Yeah. I think at the time, a lot of them thought that Marvel would improve because Marvel was pretty bad to comic shops, but it actually got worse. Not applicable for $2. Brianna is the poster child of leftist protection. And just so you know, when Marvel was bought by Disney, my thoughts on it were the movies will probably be pretty good and the comics are going to suffer. King Hess 99 for $5. Let's be honest. Best part of Rogue One is Donnie Yen. I'd rather see a film about his character. That is true. John, long last name for $5. Indiana Jones and the Daughter of Club Obi-Wan as the new working title. Club Obi-Wan. Indiana Jones and the Aztec Princess would be fun. Yeah, wasn't that a Dark Horse comic, right? No? Book? Aztec something. Aurora Uplinks for $2. Super Iron Bob. I have comic books I don't remember. I was going through this little notebook you see here. My wife dug this up. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And this is my little subject notepad for my podcast when I started my podcast. And then I remembered I didn't even celebrate my anniversary this year for the channel. I've been so busy with the move and everything. I'm like, oh my God, I blew right past January 7th, which I believe was my, let's see, I started in 2014. 7th anniversary. I've been podcasting for 7 fucking years. Now, in the first few years, it was like once a month. Actually, the first couple of years, it was once a month. I was podcasting. Nobody was listening. Then it turned into twice a month. Then it turned into more and more. But yeah, I started this venture over 7.5 years ago. Wow. Brianna is the poster child for leftist protection, not applicable for $2. I might have read that one already. Remember, YouTube moderation is largely done by third-party contractors who are underpaid and exposed to heinous things. So the moderator quality is random, says Super Iron Bob for $5. Yeah, they outsource it. So yeah, the pay probably sucks. But as far as YouTube moderation, are you talking about on our is deleting comments or coming in to the chat? Because that's rare. It's really rare if they do that. I don't usually get messed with. It's only of late. There's been some ops going on. Not much I can do about it. Just carry on. Triggered Snowflake for $10. So great to see my favorite YouTube channel in one page. My favorite YouTube channels in one page. Haven't joined Friday Night Tights in a while and was pleasantly surprised to see Adam in Quarter Black. I'm a big Louder with Crowder fan. Keep up the good work, everyone. Why, thank you, Triggered Snowflake. Quarter Black he's considered a regular. He comes when he can. So, because he's a family man and stuff. So I just said, you know what, dude, we'll send you the link every week. And if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. It's cool. It's cool. Pat Garris saying Rogue One is the best Disney Star Wars movie is like saying that the dwarf is taller than all the midgets. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would say it is the best Star Wars movie, but it's not one I own or have watched again. But I liked it when I saw it. Nathan Toro for $30. Great live stream, by the way. I have a question for Nerdrotic. Will you win the Lord of the Rings unrest from the woke scum? If so, will you continue to expose his lie with the biggest truth? For He-Man trailer, it's a setup by Hollywood. I think, it's a bait and switch. So will you win the Lord of the Rings unrest from this woke scum? I don't know. I don't know, Nathan. Thank you for the $30. I don't have the. I will fight. I will fight and not give up and keep going. I don't know. I can't win anything. I know that. I don't have that kind of sheer fucking hubris. We can, though. So if we together, other channels talk about it, I think ultimately Amazon comes out and it sucks. That will be the sign. Just they're committed to 5 seasons. So, and I think I almost sympathize with them. Because entertainment is woke as fuck and they're under a lot of pressure to do a lot of things that Tolkien wouldn't want to do. So they're probably going to try to ride that line instead of going, we're fucking Amazon. We're the $1 trillion company. We can do whatever we want. That's what I want YouTube to do too. It's like, fuck you. You need us. Advertisers. Advertisers are going to need YouTube so bad because broadcast television is dying. And the ads on the streaming services aren't working. I talked the other day, all the streaming services are going to have to go free. They're going to have to go for free to even survive. And they're going to have to put ads on. And I think, 200 is too many. And I think people are just done with it. Now there's TV. Remember when you used to know every TV series that was out? And now it's like most of the TV series that are out now, you're like, what? Who? It's on what? It's on Oxygen Plus Network. Can Odin read this in Gary Old Man voice? Come on, Gary. Get on Odyssey fast. Love you guys. Adam is great. Alan Reese for £5. I'm going to read this back to you in Alan Reese old voice. I'm going to tell somebody to get on Odyssey when I haven't checked to see if that person's on Odyssey yet. Alan, for one. It's ALAN, not ALUN. I'm on Odyssey. Yes, indeed. I'm on Odyssey. If you go to my website, nerdrotic.com, on all of my pages, all of my links are there. It's the 4th link down. Been on Odyssey for a while. It's okay, though. Just giving you shit, Alan. Billy D. Shilliams for $9.99. Can we all agree that the MCU ended with Endgame? So sad, the decades of good material is being trashed for things that don't sell. It really is. Duck Fart for $5. Turn the camera off before exposing your dirty laundry. Good point. Good point. Son of the Wolf for $5. Hail, Gary. Just wanted to shout out my buddy's Indiegogo. I say Indigo. Why did I say Indigo? Indiegogo comic campaign. Night Stars just launched today. Okay. So there is a comic who is friends with Son of the Wolf called Night Stars. It launched on Indiegogo. I have not seen it, but certainly go check it out. Let me know what you think if you're out there. Andrew Knapp for $5. Adam, congrats on the house and well handled. Yeah. You know what? I don't know anything about his drama with Tim Pool. That's called well handled. I know they had a parting of the ways. And Adam just bought his first house. Congratulations, kiddo. Buying your first house is a big deal. I was going to bring up one of my detractors. One of my detractors said something pretty horrible about me. Whatever. But they were counting my money, and I would just like to tell them that I owned houses and stuff before I started YouTubing. I bought my house in San Francisco in 2003. I bought my condo here in Escondido, which is over there, back in 1997. Home ownership is awesome when you can afford it. It's kind of difficult here in California, and it's not worth it anymore. Texas, the homes are, reasonable for a 50-year-old who's been working all his life and a career guy, and has a wife who is a career person too. So it's reasonable for that. But homeownership is awesome. You still got to pay. I mean, it depends on how you buy the house, really, because you still owe quite a bit to the bank. But once it's paid off, it's nice. Of course, the Great Reset's going to want to come and take all our houses over my dead fucking body. Indiana Jones and the Empire of Evil. So Indy goes to Disneyland. Oh, P.S. Ryan is obnoxious. Yes, he is. Harrison Ford should fire his agent into the sun, says Leon K. for $2.99. And that was Ryan is a whop for $5. Sectus Gaming for $20. IO, it's Quarter Black, and the Commodore. There you go. Andrew Knapp for $5. He said congrats on the house, so I'm caught up. I was kind of doing them backwards there. Saber 627 for $20. Hey, Jeremy, did you know that Wesker had a son that was playable character in one of the RE games? By the way, check out anime Black Lagoon. Guns, mobsters, and sociopath hot women. Nice. Forge for $5. Have you guys had a chance to listen to Tom McDonald's new song, Snowflake? I have. I liked it. Roof Koreans will continue until morale improves for $2. Joseph Farrell did a book about the bell, Gary. Yes! I couldn't remember that name. I was brain farting it. M. Tax Shark for $10. Hey, the bell, by the way, is supposedly in Indiana Jones, the Glock. Okay, so the German bell, which is like their attempt at a UFO, anti-gravity, supposedly stolen from alien technology or past Atlantean technology. Hail, when I think there shouldn't be anything more to talk about Friday Night Tights, the creatives and human pretenders keep coming up with shit for us. Thanks, FNT. Yeah, we say the same thing before each show. Like today, we got Anthony Mackie. We got plenty to go over, and I think Anthony Mackie being on with Eric July. Well, Eric fucking July being on just rules. JLo Flicks for $2. Hashtag do butter. Do butter. There you go. Paul Turner for $20. It seems to me that these people want to tell original stories with their intersectional heroes. However, the only way people will put up the money to make them is to get it couched in bankable properties. Also watch Toku. You're right, Paul Turner, for $2. They are just hitching their wagons to popular things and repurposing things. That's why they're called repurposers and adult pretenders. The MCU's Bleeding Edge podcast sucks woke MCU podcast. The Culture War for $4.99. The Bleeding Edge. Is that still around? Sunflower Girl for $4.99. To quote a perfect movie, never give up, never surrender. Hail everyone. That is a damn good movie. Cole J. Hart for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights, long-time watcher, first-time super chatter. Oh. Now I'll use the time for shameless self-promotion. Get my first ever children's book, The Lone Lion, on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Thanks. Love you guys. Check out Cole J. Hart's The Lone Lion children's book for those of you who got the little kiddies out there. JVL for $9.99. Dark skin actually was found among ancient people of UK via analysis of remains, small, fine boned, like India. I'm guessing Amazon doesn't know or care. They probably don't. I'm sure there were travelers that listen. Archaeologists who pretty much have been setting up history along with geologists, but mostly archaeologists as far as human history is concerned. And there's another field I can't remember right now. I'm a little tired. I'm going to go get this cup of coffee after this answer. But they're basically walking around in the dark, okay? So they're putting the puzzle pieces of history together without knowing what the puzzle looks like, without knowing what the puzzle piece looks like. So I give them that, but they are now so hooked with their man is only 6,000 years old. No. They're and they're not open-minded anymore. That's the problem. You can't age stone. There is some shit that's really fucking old on this planet. There probably was a maritime civilization 20,000 years ago, that was like, the Romans. That was probably advanced as the Romans. And they probably ruled the fucking world. They didn't take over everything, and there were still hunter-gatherers. There's still hunter-gatherers now. And there was a giant cataclysm 12 years ago that damn near wiped everybody out. And, by the way, all the big animals, the elephants that used to walk around here, they're always digging up. They dug up a mammoth in San Diego a while ago, but, I mean, they're digging shit up all the time. All the megafauna, all the animals that were over 100 pounds died 12,000 years ago, and they said it's because they were hunted to death. Although they outnumbered man like 1,000 to 1. So, no. There's a different answer. I don't know what the cataclysm was. There's debate on solar flare, comets, meteor. Something hit the ice shelf and melted it very quickly in the Younger Dryas era. It's a fascinating subject. I was listening to Randall Carlson last night. He was talking about how when the ice shelf melted so fast, the ground under it raised up because it was pushing the ground down. So it was raised up. And when it does that, it makes other ground go down somewhere random. It's weird. It's weird and cool. All right, I'm going to get that coffee. Oh, got the coffee. So much better. And this mug was sent to me. Not all who wander are lost. Beautiful. Such a great saying. Hey, girl, you... Says, hey, girl, I'm just teasing. What up? He says, not applicable for $2. Maybe that's for X-Ray Girl. Pretty damn amazing producer, good person, very organized. I need that in my life. Agent Zero for $10. Remember when there were laws against bait and switch and false advertising? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Yes. We'll find out. We'll find out with Loki here pretty soon too. Hydrip X for $5. Can you guys not play nice because you have a woman in your panel? Please go back to being based. Were we playing nice? I don't play nice because there's a woman on the panel. I think that might have been perception. I'm a happily married man of 18 years. I am very, when I'm around other women, they're just another dude. I mean, I'll notice if they're attractive or not, but I'm not going to try. I don't go, oh, hi, honey. I'm too old for that shit. I'm a happily married man. Yeah, I don't know. That might have been a joke though, because we've been accused of a lot of things, but not playing nice lately. Okay, we'll just say that. They don't know what a strong woman is. Watch Gone with the Wind to see 5 strong women from Hiram for $10. Hydrip X, $2. No such thing as a strong woman or as a strong women. There's a strong woman, yes, but not strong women. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's weak women, there's strong women, same with that, like life. But thank you for the $2. The Real McCoy for $5 said, I just want to say I love you all. I hope you all I hope all the drama y'all had with Doomcock is settled and squashed. It's squashed. We start beefing and they win. Yep, you're absolutely right. 1,000% right. Nicholas Horton for £5. Everything in that trailer is from the first episode of MOTU Revelation, Masters of the Universe Revelation. Yes. Yeah, and that's pretty normal for TV trailers, for TV series. It's very front loaded with the first episode because that's the one that's done. That being said, I keep hearing Kevin Smith say it's all about He-Man. It's about He-Man. You do understand what he's saying. It's about saving He-Man from probably Castle Grayskull, and he'll probably be a prisoner and tortured. And sure, you'll see him, but the actual adventures, the holding of the sword, and the battle will be done by Teela. That's just my guess, and I don't know shit about He-Man, but I know Hollywood. Wait, you're too old to remember He-Man? I sometimes forget. You're what, like a million? Just teasing, buddy. Not applicable for $5. I'm 51. Yeah. He-Man came out in the 80s, right? It was an 80s cartoon, so technically I am a 70s kid, right? I was an 80s teenager, 70s kid. So from 1 to 10, I was in the 70s, and that's what I was watching all my cartoons. HR Puffin stuff and fucking, around the early 80s too. So I don't know if He-Man started in the early 80s. I probably remember seeing it. I liked Thundar the Barbarian. I loved the Thundercats. Fucking love the Thundercats. But a lot of stuff I was watching as like a 14, 15-year-old too. So, yeah, old. Somebody needs to make a comic where the hero saves people based on their diversity points. Everyone would love it. Superman, if he wasn't scared of green rocks, for $5. Yojitsu for $5. I could care less about the what race Velma is as long as she has huge booty. We'll just say a booty. I could care less about Velma. And yeah, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was probably the most popular cartoon when I was growing up. It was. Scooby-Doo was the Scooby-Doo and the Super Friends. That's what everybody was watching when I was growing up. Shout out to Drunk 3PO. Hail Gina. They are a cute couple. Hail Quarter Black. He is the glue of Friday Night Tights. I hope Ryan and DC can be pals. I look forward to this every week. Thanks, fellas. Says bada boom for $10. Excellent. Hail to Drunk 3PO. I don't think they're a couple. I think Gina has a boyfriend, but that's only what I heard. I don't know. They are pretty cute together though. They are. But if that guy had turned off his webcam, he would have been melted. Says Urinawin723 for 5 British pesos. Not Brazilian pesos, sorry. Strider says AT, Norwegian krona. Strider. Don't tease Odin for his resting bitch face. Not applicable for $2. Captain Trek for $5. Bird of Prey 5 is in heart failure and needs a cardiologist to look at results and prescribe medicine because of his situation, who will do his home visits. Yeah, the word is out. I don't know what's happened since then, but I've seen Bird in the chat. So I know Bird is an invalid, and we got him a wheelchair too. So hopefully that helps with his mobility, so he can get help with the cardiologist. We love Bird, by the way. Bird of Prey 5 is a beautiful man. Super Mastermind for $5. Some kidney stones are too big to pee. They have to get cut out. Yep, I know. I know what they feel like. James for $20. Thank you for the $20 donation. I appreciate it. Shane Bentley for $9.99. Ryan is going to find the real cure for coof pandemic with his moldy pizza. All power to you, buddy. Funny as anything, I got a good laugh. Sorry, Odin, for $25. That's from Trek God 79. Pat Garris for $9.99. Reminder, CNN is the same network that banned Clay Travis for saying he liked the First Amendment and boobs. And yet they bring back an analyst that cranked it in front of Zoom meeting. Yeah, Tubin. Grand Moff Miranda, thank you for the 4 British pounds, not another dime. Thank you for the $1.99. Dan Vask, thank you for the 50 Brazilian pesos. Have you guys seen the release teaser for The Witcher Season 2 with no sign of Geralt? Yes. Yeah. I think we'll talk about that this Friday. Jester of Roanoke for $5. The diversity hacks didn't dare pull this nonsense when Christopher was alive. It's time to gatekeep. This time to push out the worm tongues. Hashtag right out with me. Absolutely. Roger H., thank you for the $1.99. Straight White Mage for $10. The irony in the imagery of Loki, the time cops are the villains. In the illogical story ends, the agency will self-erase and restore the multiverse. If the Wokies win, they want to burn the world in real life. Yeah. Well, the time cops were always the bad guy. We're always going to be the bad guy. And it's the other Loki, that's going to be the smart one, the cunning one, the one that figured it out. It depends. Female Loki started in a Straczynski run back in 2008. So she's canonical, right? But I loved how somebody said it wasn't a gender swap. It's not a gender swap. It's the same person. Except one has a penis and the other has a vagina. Straight Mage, thank you. Project Piper Customs for £5. Hey guys. Wow, big show tonight, huh? Well, see you later. See you later, Project Piper Customs. We appreciate you. Friday Night Tights had to stream or they would have been melted. That's right, Mr. Gentleman, for $2. Panda thought $50. My inside sources say that this is going to be an awesome Friday Night Tights. Do not come. Thank you for the $50, Panda thought. I appreciate that. I don't know how I missed that one. Chew for 14 Danish krona. Endgame was objectively a bad movie, but fans accepted it for its emotional payoff. MCU had a lot of goodwill, but now it's clear that they are exploiting all of that for agenda. Kidney stones are more rare than Infinity Stones now in the MCU. Says Kostubo, VJ, Kulkarni. I fucked that name up. Robert Wiles for $4.99. May you all have a blessed night and have a blessed life doing what you love. And thanks for all you do. And Adam's Coffee, and may Adam's Coffee be here by Monday. Found Hope for $2. Ryan Kinnell, a.k.a. Richard Cranium, eats hairy balls. AT for 50 Norwegian krona. Gave Loki a chance. Why the fuck are there multiple Infinity Stones? Thanks for the risk and pay of Marvel. Yeah. I mean, they're setting up a multiverse, and some of this is canonical, but they are destroying their own freaking timeline. They're destroying their verisimilitude with some really bad. It's the humor that's killing me, because it's bad. Has anyone else been confused, frustrated that fantasy sci-fi commentators continue to sleep on the Love, Death, and Robot shorts? Why? North American Hamrammer for $5. Are you talking about like reviewing them, talking about them? A lot of people talk about Love, Death, and Robots. I've seen it. It's good. I would have to review it. It's not anything you can get into in depth because a lot of it is it's just short stories. It's hard to have a long discussion about a short story. You know, it is. But it's also on Netflix, right? So it's on Netflix. Not everybody sees it at the same time. They drop it all at once, and that's why shows get lost because the binge model is stupid. Andy Ratter for 20 British pounds in Loki, the time variance 8E, the time variance, the TVA are fascists who are absolute in the righteousness of their case and dehumanize and destroy anyone who deviates. Sounds familiar. It really does. This is a brick zero for 10 New Zealand dollars. Reference to Mahler's Loki review. If Jeremy and Ryan weren't istophobes, they would get melted. Istophobes is ordained by the time cops. Exactly. Bamagrad for $15. Hail, Gary. Glad you like the jacket. Adam and I noticed a U.S. flag in case. Oh, Bamagrad. Yes. I'm going to show the jacket off. The jacket's fucking awesome, dude. The jacket is fucking awesome. Thank you. I noticed a U.S. flag in a case and a citation which has the insignia of my former station, the 379th Bomb Wing. Anything you can share? I don't know what that one's. I'm not sure, Bamagrad, but I will share the jacket. I will. Darius Munchausen, thank you for the $1.49. Spike and Madness, thank you for the $2. Jeremy would have been melted if he didn't watch it. That's true. It's not DiGiorno. It's disgusting for $6.65. That's Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. Kevithar 1138 for $10. Hi, Hi, Adam. Hi, Quarterblack. Hi, all, including the Pablo Hidalgo of the Fandom Menace. Ryan Cannell from a retard. Truly happy, and that's from that. Yeah, truly happy for Adam. Even when Susan and Dorsey tried to take him down, he got a new house with his beautiful wife and is starting a family. Chad dumb. Were people trying to take him down? Why? Why do people try to take other people down on YouTube? That is the gayest of the op. One of two. I thought Loki was okay in isolation, but as I say, the Time Variance Authority are fascists and the biggest mass murderers in creation. They'll have killed billions and billions of people who deviated from the plan. Says Andy Radard for 10. Yeah. Well, okay. We don't know that. This is what we constantly fight is headcanon. And a lot of people go into these MCU shows with headcanon, so much so that they start slinging shit at me that they really need to think about, right? So I understand what the timekeepers are. I understand. I know what their first appearance was. I know what they do. I read Avengers Forever. I haven't read everything they're in, but I've read a lot of stuff with Immortus and Kang and the timekeepers. I know what's up. Is Marvel going to follow that source material? That's a big question because the answer probably is no. And I don't believe that these shows are meant to do anything other than set minor things up, but they cannot have major canonical events happen in the TV shows because they're basically commercials to get you to the next movie. They're not supposed to have any serious stakes. As Critical Drinker pointed out in his Falcon and Winter Soldier review, what changed? Nothing really. At the end of Endgame, Cap said, "Be Captain America." So basically, Falcon had an adventure while he was thinking about it, and he decided to say yes. You know, yeah, they picked a Captain America for him when he said no, but ultimately he became Cap. Bucky and him are friends now. He let Sharon Carter kill Freckle Jesus. And that was it. Then he said, do better. And nothing fucking changed in the Marvel Universe. There was no real impact. Zemo's back in fucking prison. And Wakanda is omnipotent. Okay, hang on. A show idea. Sheila Man whooping Skeletor with her armpit hair powers flowing directly from the TVA, says MC Magic for £5. Maybe. Dude, you don't. The fact that mom is an idea is a parody. Andy Rydart for £10. If Pepper Potts put the red shoes on instead of the black, destroyed. If Steve Rogers missed the ice, destroyed, etc. Obviously, it ultimately removes agency from the heroic act. Exactly. John Peters, hail to you for 616. Superman and Lois is the best Superman show currently on TV. That's it. That's the super chat. Super Nate, awesome for $10. So far, I can't argue with you. Good to see you playing Final Fantasy VII. I still have one friend sticking to World of Warcraft while all others abandoned to come to a better place. Excellent. Joe Kim for thank you for the 50 Swedish krona. I appreciate it. Coco Crazy Fangirl 17 for $4.99. I'm trying not to swallow the black pill, but it's getting harder and harder each day. Thank all y'all for helping me get through it with laughs and memes. That's what we're going to have to do. Don't worry. The winning will... Listen. Things go back and forth. The pendulum swings back and forth. It's not... Taking the black pill means you're out of the fight. Not applicable says, shut up, you're ruining it. Hydrip for $5 says, this is for the White Underground Railroad that I will be running. Not applicable for $2 says, apologizing would have been better. Little disingenuous for I don't know what. Ray Carroll for $5. After so many grains of salt, Ryan had a big full that he needed to unload. Oh, you're talking about that? Yeah, not applicable. I don't know what the apologizing would have been better. Ryan apologized to the fans. He did on Twitter. I called out intersectional presentation during a Tolkien Society live stream. They called me an istophobe, asked for sources, and threatened me. Wow. They threatened you with what? A paper? I mean, but Brev Crafting for $5. Yeah, they're crazy. Quarter Black, John F. Trent, and yours truly went to basically a Antifa panel at New York Comic Con 2 years ago. And I took a good gander at the people in there, and I wasn't worried about much, let's just say. If the revolution comes, most of them aren't going to show up. And if they do, they won't be a problem. Perry Chan should do a clip of The Simpsons where Homer yells nerds at the two nerds and Gary and whomever. Gerald Armstrong for $4.99, if he's listening. Hopefully he'll catch that. Down with all the Karens, except Karen Gillan. She's the best. I have a light obsession. No, she's good. She's good. Not applicable for $2. I miss when the left pretended things didn't happen. Yeah. Chris Webb for $5. I love watching you guys get more famous because I get to watch other people lose their shit. The laughter is priceless. Chris Webb for $5 is... I don't know. Famous? I don't know about famous. I love doing the show. It's fun. And you guys make it fun because it's you guys. It's you guys. We know that. Are people really losing their shit? I never understood that. Her micro expression, 50 seconds is priceless though. Her micro expression at 50 seconds is priceless. So for $2, and that's a video we were watching. I can hear Gary typing furiously in the Discord for everyone to tone it down already. So for $5, now it's not. I have no control over the Discord. But if the Discord gets out of control, I'll come in. I haven't had to do that yet. Facebook group gets out of control. I've had to come in a couple of times, but I kind of let it go. I'm not in there. I don't have any control over it. My son watches the Facebook group, and Eric and others watch the Discord. Therapy for maleness for political points. Dystopia? Maybe. Not applicable for $2. We need to talk for $5. Hey, have any of you hear that Lord of the Rings anime movie being put out by Warner Brothers and New Line, War of the Rohirrim? Any thoughts? My thoughts on it are cautiously optimistic. I think this would probably be the one thing produced that would be good, because it's got the Ghost in the Shell guy working on it. And that's according to a guy who knows anime who told me, because I don't know who the fuck that is. But I think it could possibly be entertaining, yes. But I mean, it's years off. Joey Bryant for $10. 100% bet that the producers told him to keep his hands on his table at all times. The guy just can't work until he's got that post-nut clarity. I don't even know what that's for, and I like post-nut clarity. 2 more to go. It's illogical for a male to go see a therapist, a dumb person with a degree. It's not at all. No. Thank you for the super chat. That is categorically false. Go see a therapist. A male can go see a therapist. Now, if he needs, okay, Hydrip, if you're talking about him masturbating, no, okay, let me dial that back. Absolutely do not need to see a therapist for masturbating. So that's what Hydrip was talking about. It just caught up in my head. But for like real shit, absolutely go see a therapist. For masturbating, no, it's absolutely normal. It's good for the prostate. Jack off away. Jerk it. You might, listen, everything in moderation. Tubin wrecked it. Gary ate ice cream. Haha, just saying yes. Yes. The worst offense I made, the live stream camera was on still, and I just ended a live stream, and I ran back to my fridge, and I got a pint of ice cream, and I started eating it. And I was like reading the chat a little bit, as I was getting ready to shut the stream down. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's still going. Holy shit. And somebody saw me eating ice cream. It's terrible. Not applicable for $5. What the fuck did he just say? He tried not to jerk it for 7 months to be a better person? These people think penises are evil or something. I know, not applicable for $5. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And that's the last super chat. That's it for the super chat square up. We just covered Friday Night Tights of last week, Real BBC of last week, and my last nooner. Thank you all again who supported me during all the brouhaha. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks to everyone who unknowingly donated to a charity, and you donated $2,500 to Operation Underground during the drama charity. Thanks to everyone who donates and super chats and keeps the lights on. You help keep Friday Night Tights going, the nooner going, the real BBC, this entire operation. I'll never be able to thank you guys ever enough through all the trials and tribulations we went through here in the state of California, and my wife losing her business, and she's still working though. She still goes out and works. So, but like, you guys have been fucking incredible, fucking fantastic. So I'll see you next time, and I'll see you on Friday Night Tights with Eric July. Take care.
下ネタ嫌なんでと言っておりますが、どんどん下ネタに行ってしまっております。大阪では左やばい。イケメン式状態。そしてそこからマックシェイクボムからフォールいく、スリーカウント。